Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well, wherever it is that you may be around the world. We are here to discuss the devastating, shocking, absolutely abysmal defeat in the hands of Arsenal. Chelsea 2, Arsenal 4. What went wrong? What actually went wrong? Because obviously we saw that the fan base were up in roar last night as well about the whole scenario. And I understand it. I understand the stress and the anger, but we need to analyse it. And I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on why I feel that we lost this game, where it went wrong, what we could have done better. Um, Talk about certain players. I think players need to be spoken about now, to be honest. I'm getting a little bit fed up and frustrated with certain individuals as well. It's just been very, very poor in terms of that. Also, a little bit of news on the owner situation, which we're going to talk really quickly first, and then we're going to get into the game, do the player ratings, go through some tactical breakdowns, a couple of little stat breakdowns as well. Everything that we need to discuss, we will today. The panel will obviously come on later as well. The link will be in the chat for you guys to get involved as well. But before we move forward, you know what time it is, guys. Let's cue that intro. Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. Hope you are all well, wherever it is that you may be in and around the world. It is a beautiful day, actually, in England, not going to lie. But still, not a great day to wake up on, especially when you lose to a team like Arsenal and how their fan base are, to be honest. But we'll talk all about that in a bit very soon. Let's see who's in the house before we start getting into things. Sosa is breaking down the records, comparing Tuchel to Mourinho. Big up to you. Major General N'Golo Kante is talking about too many changes being made in the team. Big up to you. Surf's nice to see you in the house as well. Not happy with the squad. Big up to CFC Stephen in the house as well. Nice to see you, my man. Hiking with Martin says we have too many weak players, no depth. And that is a big fat 100% fact. I'll tell you that. Grail Stinner is in the house today as well. Honestly, that's I just wanted to scrap things. Yep, it looked like it. A very silly foul from Aspie in the box, to be honest. It gave the penalty away. Orients, big up to you as well. Kevioe, big up to you, my man. Is everyone slowly starting to come in? Let's get them likes up, please. We will be opening up the lines as well. I agree with that as well. We're going to talk a bit about that later on today as well. And to be honest, they were affected in the way that they played, especially in the second half as well. Before we get into the utter breakdown of what went wrong, because we are going to look at it from a tactical aspect. We're going to talk about Tuchel's lineup as well. We'll do the player rating show, get you guys' thoughts on it, and then we'll open up the lines. I want to hear everyone's opinions on this as well. Where it went wrong, how people feel about it. There's lots to go through. Big up to Mr. Wason Mount as well. Brian Ack, nice to see you. QNTV's in the house. Chelsea fan as well. Big up to all of you guys. But before we get back, go straight into the game itself. I want to just quickly talk about this news that we heard today. Now, Sir Martin Broughton's consortium group have been very quiet in their movements. We didn't know really who was a part of it when the late bids were announced. We didn't really hear if there was anyone that joined them, etc., etc. So we're being told that Sir Lewis Hamilton and Serena Williams have pledged an estimated 10 million each. Don't get me wrong, it's not tons of money to help the bid of Sir Martin Broughton. Now, yeah, they would have a share. I mean, it wouldn't be a massive share, I don't think, when you think about it. It is money, 10 million is 10 million, but when you think about the value of what the football club is in terms of what it's being bought at in around the 2.5 billions to 3 billions phase, they're not going to own much of a share. But then again, I'm looking at it and I'm just like, no, hell blimmin' no. Like, again, too many different names, and now we're looking at celebrities with big statuses to bring on, jump on board. Sir Lewis Hamilton, big up to him. I love him. He's one of my favorite, or my favorite F1 driver ever. He's an Arsenal fan. The truth is, he's an Arsenal fan. You know, how much does he have in connection with the football club? You know, I don't know. I just think there's a lot of things that with Lewis Hamilton that don't make sense to me, and why Broughton would want to bring on Lewis Hamilton other than for his funding, even though it's very minimal when you think about the bidding it's going itself. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Serena Williams as well, big up to her, one of the best or the best tennis women player going. It's just confusing. You know, we was waiting for a bit of news, and we know that Broughton's got Lord Cohen and some other individual as well. But now announcing that Sir Lewis Hamilton and Serena Williams are a part of that consortium doesn't really bring me with any happiness or joy. Or yay, we're gonna have them. You know, yeah, I want Sir Martin Broughton. That makes sense. Like, no, just no. This does not work. Just announce Todd Bowley and let's just move on from this because we already see that Pagliuca's consortium and grouping and all of this is just everywhere. There's about 20 of them involved. We've already just found out that Broughton's consortium's involved with some celebrity names who are really not putting that much money in when you think about it. Like, we're going to do that. The only one that makes sense to me is Todd Bowley. Todd Bowley was at the game last night as well, which is interesting. He was at the game to watch the disaster class as well. But in terms of sort of the breaking news, there we are with the news in around the owners. There'll be more to be found out. We've been told that hopefully that we will have an owner status later this week, or at least someone will be picked out of the three later this week. Whether it happens this week, I'm not too sure. At Thursday now, we have to wait and see. And in regards to in regards to who wins it, we're gonna have to wait. But it's gonna be an interesting one. But my mind's not really here at the moment with this whole owner stuff. Like I'm really still annoyed and this just a little bit displeased with what happened yesterday. And I want yesterday to be more of the focal point rather than talk about Lewis Hamilton and Serena Williams being two people looking to take over the football club. It makes no sense to me. So I want to talk a little bit of stats first, right? And then we'll really talk about the game. There's only two little stats. This one here, the 3 times that Chelsea have conceded 3+ goals at home in the Premier League under Thomas Tuchel have all come in April versus West Brom in 2021 and versus Brentford and Arsenal this month. Showers. So April showers is definitely over Stamford Bridge, you know, and the performance was nowhere at it. When you look at our record, when you look at Chelsea's record at home and away, we've got an absolutely shocking home record. And I know we see Thomas Tuchel coming out moaning about the pitch. To be honest, I don't know why he did that. He shouldn't have done that. At the end of the day, it's more than that. You know, he used the Real Madrid situation for an example. These type of errors are got nothing to do with the pitch. These type of errors are just moments of lack of concentration from personnel who continue to let down our manager. And as much we can moan about him with the lineup, I wasn't very fully satisfied with it. I ain't gonna lie. When I saw it, I was a little bit skeptical with the lineup in itself. Anyway, it seems like he still feels like he trusts them, and the fact that some people say he hasn't got any choice. I think it's a bit more than that. I think he may be thinking that he needs to rest people, but at the same time, I feel like he does trust these guys, and each time he trusts these guys to go out and try and do something, they shit on him. You know, and it's just a very easy way of looking at it. There's no real breakdown as to like why, what, this, that, and the other. For me, it's just that they're just not good enough. They're generally just not good enough for this football club. And this is why I keep saying that our squad depth, and I've said it a number of times and we've lost this season, that our squad depth is not good enough. Our squad depth is so suspect, it's ridiculous. Yeah, so suspect, it's ridiculous. Who's this guy, man? Everyone, all these Arsenal fans just come out of nowhere, didn't they? They're so annoying. This is why I hate losing to Arsenal, because if it was any other team, even if we would have beat them, all right, they would have got it from us. Yeah, to a degree. Yeah, as bants. But I'm sure the next day would have moved on. These lot live wanting to create DVDs about beating us. And now apparently London is red, but they forget that they've lost their last 3 games and how shit they've been. You know, let's be serious. We gifted them that win yesterday. I'm not even going to lie about it. We generally gifted them with that win. And it's not just them that we've done that to. We've done that to Brentford. You know, we are, and I keep saying it, we are literally, our new nickname should be Individual Errors FC. I'm telling you, I put it up on Twitter the other day, Individual Errors FC, literally, because when we lose games, it's always down to the lack of concentration or the lack of just clear, like, just do the normality, like do the normal thing, do the easy thing. Like it's just a thing of like they lack they go from being these pro footballers to being this like not even semi-pro footballer. That's how bad these errors are. These errors are bad, and it continues to run in certain of these players, and they keep putting us in the mud. They keep putting us in the mud, and we're going to talk about them players today. Because as much as we can look at Tuchel and point fingers, and yeah, maybe he didn't. And I mean, from a tactical aspect, we're going to talk about that. Because I do think Tuchel could have done a bit more from a tactical point in this game. But in terms of the players that he picked out, barring Rudiger not playing, maybe potentially Silva, we wouldn't argue that Silva was benched for Christensen at the time because of his game before. We've maybe thought, yeah, fair enough, he had a good game. Let's continue with that. But, other than them two, I'm just trying to think who else. And maybe having to play Reece James as a fullback again, which I don't think we needed to do in this game. I feel like a lot of it was predictable anyway. I knew Lukaku was going to play, and we're going to talk about him. I knew Werner was going to play. I knew Mount was going to play. I knew Ruben and Kante were going to play. I knew Alonso was going to play. I knew Aspie was going to play. Didn't we? We knew. It's just where were they going to play? And that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the real bill and end all of it so far. I mean, if there's only one good little bit of great news, even though we lost yesterday, try and cheer you Chelsea fans up, is that Mason Mount in his last 3 seasons has done more in less games than he has in his last 2, even though his performances were better. You look at his goals and assist levels, 12 goals, 14 assists so far in this season. In 54 games last season, he only got 9 and 9. And the year before that, he got 8 to 6. So it's a definite improvement again for him on his outputs. Has he been as effective on the pitch? No. But then again, when he's being called upon, he's either creating, which leads to a goal, or he's finding the back of the net. And that is it's a good thing. It's a good thing to have. It's a good trait to have, So, yeah, enough of that. Let's talk about the game because it's what people say in the chat. So big up to you. If Reece and Chilwell hadn't been injured, would we be looking at this situation? I think we'd be a lot more balanced. I think yesterday we were so unbalanced, it was ridiculous. Marina needs to go look for Lukaku signing. We got robbed. It's not just Marina, though, Mo. It's not just Marina. It's not just Marina that makes these decisions. Yeah, I know. Poor Mount was class yesterday. Great performance from him is what Great Dinner is saying as well. Guys, let's get them likes up, though, because we've only got 17 likes and there's over 50 of you here. You're all sitting here, you're not hitting the thumbs. Hit the thumbs. Let's get this over 30 likes, please. We can do that now. Subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. We will open up the lines in a bit. But I want to quickly delve into the match stats. Obviously, we lost 4-2, and Nketiah got 2 goals, as usual. Chelsea revitalising Arsenal, because that's what we do. When Arsenal are nearly in the gutter, or pretty much down on the ground, all they've got to do is play Chelsea, because Chelsea will gift them a win. Not play better than us. We will gift them a win. And that is what's happened in this game again yesterday. Let's be serious. In terms of stats, I guarantee we've probably dominated the game again. Yeah, 68% to their 32, but what did we do with it? 11 shots to their 14. They had more shots than us. We only had 2 shots on target. They had 4. What else was I saying? 5 shots off target to their 7. 85% passing accuracy rate compared to 75. With Chelsea, and this is the most annoying thing, 50-50 on the aerial duels. If you just looked at Chelsea this season based upon stats, you would think, wow, Chelsea, they really had them here. They must have absolutely battered them. No. We have most of the ball because we're a ball possession team. We move the ball, but we don't move the ball with any real pace. We don't move the ball with any real ambition, motive. We dominate games just to do sideward passes and backward passes. We are probably one of the worst countering teams in the league. We don't know how to counter unless certain profile of players are on the pitch, and even then, we still don't do it as much. You only got to look at Liverpool and Man City and how direct they are and how quick they move the ball and watch their movements of the ball to really see how you break teams down, especially when Arsenal are already leading and they're playing a low block. We don't do that. We're the burden of our own downfall. We are the burden of our own downfall. And now a bridge record stinks. We've got the second best away record in the league, but Saint stupid 17th or 18th, worst record in the league at home. It's embarrassing. Our home record is shocking. The amount of goals we conceded at home is shocking. And people will say it's Tuchel, it's Tuchel. No, it hasn't all been Tuchel. It's the players. It's the players that we call upon to come into this team and try and perform at a certain level. They are too inconsistent. They are not good enough to wear this shirt, and they need to get out of this football club. I've got to the point now where I've had enough of watching the same rhythm, same players, the same shit every game of certain individual players who keep dropping absolute stinkers. We are Chelsea Football Club, and we should have high standards of our team. We should have high standards. We should always be there. You know, our B teams back in the day was always strong, always pretty decent. Our B teams at the moment, shit. The people that we call upon to replace our main players are shit. They are poo. Like, I'm sorry, it's not good enough. Like, we really need to address it. And the biggest issue is, and you need to listen to what I'm going to say now, and we need to understand this. We have no owner, which we will have one soon. But when we do have that new owner, not all of the issues that I feel we need to sort are going to be done in one summer. Because they're not going to pump that amount of money that needs to be pumped in it. Everyone's crying for a midfielder, but it's not just a midfielder. I'll tell you where it is and where we need to replace. Yeah, and you're going to be like, what? What? Probably agree with me. We need a DM. We need wing backs. We need defenders of a quality. You know, you can look at the goalkeeping and say, oh, you know, Mendy's leaking goals and whatever, we should play Kepa. Still not a good enough quality. And if anything, he's on a stupid wage on a silly contract. Our forward line. How many of them do you want to go? I'll tell you what, let's list them all across this fucking camera, all their names, and I'll close my eyes and I'll just do that. And whoever I land on goes. But I need 2 or 3 of them gone. And I wouldn't care whoever I landed on. Bang, 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 bang. Barring Havertz and Mount. They're the only 2 pull out of it. But you put Ziyech, Lukaku. Joe, it's hard with Timo Werner because he had a good game yesterday again. And I don't want to throw him in it, but he's been shit most of the season as well. Yeah? It's him, Ziyech, Pulisic, Lukaku. Throw them all in there. Like, we need a lot. I don't think people realise whoever these new owners are going to come in have got a big job on their hands. This is not this squad depth has been found out massively. We were all sitting here at the beginning of the season crying for one striker and thinking we had the squad depth. Yeah, we got a strong midfield, Kovacic, Kante, Jorginho. Yeah, we've got Christensen, Silva, Rudiger, Aspie. Yeah, we've got James and Chilwell. You know, and then we've got, okay, they're not firing, but we've got another season of Werner, Ziyech, Havertz, Mount. And we just thrown in Lukaku, man. We just got Lukaku in there. You know, we're completed. We're done. We all sat there and we all fell for that whole thing of, yeah, that's it. We're done. That's what's going to win us the league. As soon as we have 1 or 2 injuries, we get found out. As soon as we get 1 or 2 injuries, we get found out. This squad depth has been found out. And the truth is, some of these players don't deserve to wear the shirt. And you might think I'm being brutal, but I can't be seeing Chelsea losing 4-2 to Arsenal, 4-1 to Brentford. I can't be watching that. That is not normal for us, for our standards. And people go, yeah, but it's the How many times have we blamed managers in the past and forced them out the door and made them leave? If we force Thomas Tuchel out this door, and I'm talking about all the idiots on social media, all these Twitter trolls, yeah, on social media that are calling for Tuchel to be sacked, you're an idiot. You're a fool. Yeah? People forget how much good he's done since he's come through the door. Yes, he may have got certain individual tactics wrong, and I get that. I get he's got certain moments wrong, but he's got a lot goddamn right. And this is with a team that he's having to bend over back to try and get the best out of certain individuals that are not even good enough for this team. The squad lets Tuchel down. The players let Tuchel down. And maybe Tuchel needs to learn from that. Maybe he needs to stop trusting these players because these players that he is trusting are just not, they're not trustable. Is that even a word? Trustworthy, sorry. Trustable. Trustworthy. They're just not trustworthy. Big up to Blue Lounge, Mo in the house as well. Nice to see you as well, my man. I hope you're well. He's recovering from a damaged ankle, so big up to him as well. RC squad depth is bald slash marine. It is partly to do that. You're right. It's a recruitment thing. Our scouting department stinks. We spent 200 million on players, and none of them have made us any better. They've made us a little bit. You could argue Mendy, Havertz, yeah. Ziyech's not been good enough. Fucking lamppost shitfuck up front, he's not good enough. Yeah. Timo Werner, even though he's doing okay the last 3-4 games, and he has been, and where was you for the last 2 seasons? Because it's definitely a confidence thing. Pulisic, as Matty likes to call him. Pulisic. Inconsistent as hell. Not good enough. Like, it's just. I'm going to go through it all anyway. I'm going to sit here because we're going to talk about the players who not Rabel, not good enough. Tuchel's lineups was so bad. Tuchel's lineup because, at the end of the day, Rudiger needs to break. I get it. He needs to, at one point, rest these players. We're playing over 60 games a season. We're in 5 competitions. He has to rest these fucking players. He's got no choice. People need to get that in their heads. He can't just keep playing the same team. You have to, unfortunately, rely on players to come in and kind of do a job. Our next 3 games are Arsenal, West Ham and Man United. He would have done this in one of them games. Do I still think he took it a little bit too lightly? Yes. Could he have maybe included a Silva or Rudiger at the beginning of the game? Yes. But he still could have rested one. Other than that, you look at the squad. I kind of predicted that squad to be put out. Chalobah, you could have played Chalobah. We could have put Reece James back in a right wing back for that game. Why was he there? We lose so much going that side. We've got 2 wing backs that are so slow. It's ridiculous. We are so slow at building up our play. Our transitions are so slow. It stinks. It doesn't matter if we're winning or losing. Even when we're losing, we're so slow. It's not good enough. We have the opportunity to solidify third here. And we've got players letting our team down. Letting the football club down. Letting his fan base down. And everyone starts saying, get rid of Tuchel. What's wrong with your brains? He did. Oh, don't even get me started on him. Don't get me started on him. I am going to get started on him today because we're doing the player ratings. Make sure we get these likes over 50 likes, guys. Only 27 likes. Nearly 90 of you here. Please hit the like button. Smash that like button. Smash that like button if you want Lukaku out. Smash that like button if you want Christensen out. Smash the like button, man. And then look, you get this. Yeah, Sarr or Port yesterday, to be honest. You're going to say your guy. What about your guy? The one that decides to do the stupid little... I don't know what he was doing. This guy is incompetent, mate. I keep telling you this. This guy always had these moments in him. Shit. I've told you for a long time about Christensen. And not that he's a shit player. Because he's a good player. He's not elite. He's not top. He's none of them. He's none of that bracket. He's just a good player. But unfortunately, good players is not good enough for Chelsea. This inconsistency that we keep finding from these players is not good enough. Big up FPL Focus. Well done for your win yesterday, mate. Well deserved based upon the way that we kind of passed it to you. But at the end of the day, you got the job done. You took your chances and you buried us. So well done to you guys. It's not even just telling you. I'm just fed up with this fucking Christensen bullshit, man. He's just like, I don't get it. Like, is his head in Barcelona that much? Like, let's get into this anyway. Let's get into this because I want to talk about the tactical bit. Then we're going to do the player ratings. And then we're going to talk about the players. Then we're going to open up the lines. Yeah. But what went wrong yesterday? This is why we do this. The tactical breakdown, which I keep saying to you guys at each and every show. This is how Thomas Tuchel decided to line up in my head originally. He could have done this, even though Aspie gave a stupid fucking penalty away. He could have done this and maybe given us more down here, which I think he could have done, and he didn't. He decided to play Aspie there again, and he put Reece James in the position to deal with the break. Fine. Krusty and James are probably good enough, I think, to make sure that they deal with that Arsenal defence. Malang Sarr is like hot and cold. We're going to talk about him soon. The first half, we had a lot of the ball, but when we was moving the ball forward, you saw this. You saw that Aspie gets there, Alonso gets there, Timo Werner, which I hate him doing. The one thing that stressed me yesterday again is this, yeah, and then Mason Mount sort of here, but Mason Mount was sort of across here. He kind of had the freedom role yesterday to do what he wanted. This one, you might as well put him down there. What's the point of him? You know, he's meant to be here. You know, trying to link up, he's here somewhere around here, just with the big. My issue is what I'm trying to say to you guys is every time we built up, played down the left, and we done it quite a lot in the first half. There was this huge gaping gap. Now, even though Kante might be there, Ruben went a bit further than Kante in this game. Every time Arsenal broke the press or we lost the ball, and they received it. Their wing backs, because they were playing to match us in system, were finding themselves in these. You have to watch my mouse cursor in these pockets here, there, and there of Kante. So every time the defense won the ball, they would play it into here with Nketiah, Saka on one side, ESR on the other, and then they will break through the middle here. Kante automatically would drag through. These lot are so slow that when they get up to here, they can't get it back because they just haven't got the legs. Yeah, and unfortunately, the one thing that Arsenal have and do very well is that they are a fast team. They are energetic, they're fast, and they break. They're a countering team. Their system and the style that they play football is on the break. Too many times in the first half, we got broken through the midfield. We got penetrated through the midfield, and we looked so open. N'Golo Kante couldn't contain it, struggled with it. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who I keep saying is not a 6, his positional awareness was everywhere. He was never really where he should have been. Positional awareness, he's not a 6. He needs to be there. Yeah? And then automatically, these lot are going backwards or having to deal with the wings and leaving Krusty isolated to deal with Nketiah, which is what usually happened. But through that half, there was so many times where we never looked comfortable. Every time they broke, every time they went forward, every time they had the impotence to cause an issue, they always had numbers in the box. And Kante would be there, or Ruben would just be there. Like, there wasn't enough people getting back. And even if these lot did get back eventually, and we got to here, and we hoofed it up the pitch to this guy, he couldn't win a fucking header. He couldn't hold the ball up. He couldn't win a header. He couldn't relieve pressure. So we had no build-up. All we had was Timo Werner and Mason Mount. Timo Werner and Mason Mount were the only two players in that half that could have walked off and kept their heads high. And what annoyed me about the Werner thing is Tuchel made him do that again because we had to accommodate this guy up front. I don't want him out here. All right, he scored his goal. Cool. But I don't want him out here. And in the second half, right, where they should have been like this, and we're going on to the second half, I don't even want to talk about the goals because the goals were just all down to counter-attacking and stupid mistakes from our instance, yeah? Christensen's one, shocking. Shocking. That pass back made me feel sick. Absolutely sick. You know, I couldn't believe he even done that. Yeah, you know, we'll talk about Mendy in a bit as well when we do the player ratings, but I'm talking tactically why I think Tuchel got it wrong. Basically, where Tuchel got it wrong is that he played the basic 3-4-3, but kind of done this and left Mount sort of in the hole. But it didn't work because the balance was not there. The balance was of the first half was everywhere. But in the second half, again, Timo Werner was asked to play here. Lukaku was fuck knows, just doing whatever he was doing. Yeah. Mason Mount was meant to be here. But look at this gaping gap here to the right of Aspie. Every time we try to break down that right, it asked for James to get forward and get to here. But then we left ourselves vulnerable at the back, and that's where Kante was meant to have sat and hold. But my biggest problem is that our build-up play was so slow, so bad. We were so slow at moving the ball forward. It was ridiculous. It's like we didn't want to move the ball forward. This guy couldn't hold the ball up. This guy didn't have no support every time he got into the position. Had to try and run with the ball himself. to try and create down the wings, but staying out here. Timo Werner has not been playing in this position for the last 3 games. He has been playing here and being allowed to have the freedom to be effective and around it. The issue he's got is he can't do that because you've got this idiot who just doesn't do anything. He just stands there and is a nuisance and gets in the way. So Tuchel's automatically asked Werner to hang from the left and drive in all the time. That was what Werner was doing. And that limits his game. And not only does it limit his game, it limits us attacking. He could have been more effective up there. Take him off. We did. And we brought him off and we brought Kai Havertz on. And for the first couple of minutes, the movement and touches were better. But we died. We lost it again. We lost the build-up. And the reason that it died for these two and Mount eventually up front was because these lot, and I'm talking about all of these here, are too slow in transition. You could have thrown Jorginho in. It would have made no difference. We blame Jorginho for moving the ball slow. He could have fitted in perfectly in this game because they were doing it anyway. Ruben was ineffective. Didn't do nothing. Alonso was just shit. Absolute dog shit yesterday. Aspie, I just don't want him there. But Tuchel trusts it. You know, he trusts him. He trusts him. He trusts him. Trusts him. Trusts him. Him. And he just couldn't follow. And it's not the system. It's not the actual system. It's the personnel in the system. We were so lackluster. We had no energy. We had no drive. We had no bottle. We had no grit. And we had nothing about us that really showed me that we were going to come back and win this game in the second half. Doesn't matter who we played because we were just pathetic. And we lost the midfield battle. We lost the wing back battle. We lost the defence battle to Nketiah. Not good enough. Not good enough. Shit. And it's frustrating. Big up to John CFC in the house. Daniel Knight, nice to see you as well. Mendy should have come out faster. Have we spoken? No, we haven't. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to all of that now. Now we're going to do the player ratings. I just wanted to show you why Tuchel got it wrong. Tuchel got it wrong because tactically he didn't help in the second half of what he was asking the players to do that were actually useful. Werner being asked to play out on the left when he's not on the left, when he's been playing like this for the last 3 games and been effective. Even though he was still effective out there, he done his best. Done his best. At least he fucking done his best. Him and Mount were the only two. Him and Mount, the only 2 players that gave it. The rest of them can fuck off. All of them. Even Reece James. Anyone that sits here defending Reece James yesterday, he was shit. He should have been there. He should have been there. In the first place. Again, blame Thomas Tuchel. I blame Thomas Tuchel for this. And I blame Thomas Tuchel for this. Because I got it with Palace and Real Madrid, but I don't get it with Arsenal. He didn't need to put James there. Play him there, let us to be more offensive. I blame him for that. And I kind of blame him for not playing him either Rudiger or Silva from the beginning. Because you could have done that and you could have put Silva there. You could have had that and that would have been well strong enough for me. Krusty on the left, Silva in the middle and Aspie there. That's what he could have done. But he didn't. You know, he made the decision to trust Sarr and whatever. He's had good games on and off. But got let down. And ultimately, I keep saying it. Keeps getting let fucking down. So tactically, he did get it wrong. Even when we were behind, he could have changed things. He was too slow in his substitutions. The players that he brought on later, Ziyech was playing off the left. Sorry, off the right. You know, Havertz come on the pitch, wanted some injection, couldn't get anything because our transitions were too slow. There you go. That is a bit of a breakdown for you as to why I feel it didn't work. It was just... I've never seen Kante play this bad in his whole career. Yeah, you know what? I don't know what it is. You know, is it the fasting thing? I don't know. You know, and they can't even use the fasting excuse on him because he's not been great prior to that. He just looks leggy. Rudiger or Silva, you know, Rudiger or Silva. Big up to a gal in the chat. He says, what happened yesterday? Well, I wouldn't say we didn't try a gal. The truth is, kind of gifted you it, personally, I feel. I feel like we kind of just the individual errors, and it's not just with you guys. Every time Chelsea have lost this season, down to our own doing. Our individual moments, our individual lack of concentration, individual errors is what caused us to ultimately lose this game. Because all Arsenal did was take their chances when we put it on a plate for them. The first goal was our own doing. The first goal was our own doing. The Emil Smith Rowe goal, all right, it was a good little finish into the bottom corner, but again, poor defending. Poor defending. Where was our midfield? The penalty was stupid. We gave it. Aspie, stupid decision to I don't know what he was doing on the fourth goal. And I can't even remember the third goal. I genuinely can't. I don't really want to. I get that, and there was, and I spoke about this yesterday. Like the whole thing of James playing as a fullback is to protect him for his injuries, to try and get more out of him in the season and not lose him. And I do get it. Trust me, Bex, I understand it. But we lose so much. I do think Tuchel's looking to play him there in the long run, but we do lose so much when he's not there. We haven't got a Hakimi. We haven't got another player that's versatile enough to play in that role. I can't see Aspie there anymore. It doesn't work. We have it as bad enough with Alonso, who overperformed against Real Madrid. That was an overperformance. And now he's back to his shitty self. Yesterday, he was shocking. Him and Sarr as our left side. I wanted to just cut my fucking wrists. It's poor. It's absolutely poor. Guys, over 120 of you here. We're going to do that player rating show now. Let's get into that. Are we over 50 likes? No. Over 130 of you here. Still not over 50 likes. I need you to close it to 75 likes, guys. Hit the thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up now. I'm staring at the thumb. I am staring at the thumb as we speak. How quick can we get this to 70 likes? So if anyone's sitting there watching, please hit that like button. It's 2 seconds. It's literally a 2-second job. All you do is go beep. And it just helps the show. It allows more new people to come in. It allows the channel to grow. It allows more people in the chat to give opinions and thoughts. Look, we've got nearly 60 already. That's 15 people smashing the like buttons. Come on, guys. Keep going. Let's get this up. Right. Rodrigo Rogers, big up to you, mate. Honestly, I think Sarr's been the worst player in the shirt. I actually think he's had some good performances, but he's just too hot and cold. And this is what I keep saying, too inconsistent. All right, let's do it. Yeah, let's get into it because people want to talk about certain players. And I did say that even though Tuchel may have got it tactically wrong in the way that we were playing that game, because I feel there was moments that he could have done better, the majority of the faults have to be going on to the players again. I keep saying this. We cannot keep sitting here saying Tuchel. We need to start dressing some of our players. Dress some of our players for their performances. Edouard Mendy conceded another 4 goals in this game. Now, I know Matt's watching and he's still using this agenda for Kepa to play. But again, I will keep stressing you. I don't think he does much any difference. Does he save the penalty? Maybe. Does he stop Nketiah's first goal? No. I don't think so. Does he stop Emil Smith Rowe's bottom corner shot? No. Hell no. Has he been pouring out of form? Yes. Could you put him on the bench and throw Kepa in? Yeah, go on. Is that going to make Chelsea an automatically better team? I don't think so. Mendy has been very good this season. Very, very good this season. To the point where we've accumulated a lot of points. Yeah. At the moment, is he really struggling with his form? Yes. Are we being let down by others on the pitch? Yes. Has he cost us going out of the Champions League? Yes. He wasn't great. But can I look at him and say in this game that all of these goals are his fault? No. Not really. Not really. Not really. But he wasn't good. No. 3s and 4s and 1s and 2s. and 1s and 4s. I can see. No, odd black in. Like, Sosa, is this how reactionary our fan base has become? Every time we have a couple bad games, it's out. Get him out the door. Like, we got to change that mindset, bro. 2. Maybe. Throw him in. 4, 2, 2, 3. For me, Edouard Mendy was a 3. That's it. Not anything less, not anything more. Edouard Mendy is a 3. Edouard Mendy is a 3. But like I keep saying to you guys, yeah, he's out of form. Throw Kepa in. But you think it's going to be any different, then you're mad. I'm telling you now. There's not much is going to be different. Oh, why am I kicking Rudiger? He didn't play. Oh, fuck. I wish you played. Malang Sarr. Now, when I say to you that we need to start talking about players that are just not good enough for this team, here is one of them. Now, we bang on about DMs, but I keep stressing to you guys, we need more than DMs. We need a hell lot more than DMs. And defensively, we need players. That crusty bitch who we're talking about next is gone. Snake. See you later. Malang Sarr is not good enough for this team. He's not a good enough replacement. Yes, he's had good moments and good games, but he is nowhere near the level to play in his system or even play for Chelsea. He looked like a 2-year-old on that. Was it the second goal or the third goal? I think it's the third goal, second half, where Silva tackled the player. It hit him in his right leg. He swung a half foot at it. It came back at him, hit him in his right leg again, landed to the guy in front of goal, and he passed it in. And Ketia, I think it was. Like, I shouted and screamed at that. When I saw that, I couldn't believe how bad that was. That wasn't even Sunday League football. That was like a 2-year-old baby learning to try and kick a ball. You know, where it hits them and it bounces off him and it hits them again. That was how bad that was. He was shocking. He was so bad, he's just made me realise we don't need him. Why would you wait for Tuchel's ratings? Why would you wait for Tuchel's ratings when there's so many shit players in our team? Squad depth, useless. Is it not very clear and evident that our squad depth continuously keeps letting him down as well? Absolute shit. Let's not all lie that at the beginning of the season we was all saying we've got great squad depth. The truth is we've been found out. We've been found out hard when it comes to our squad depth. Our squad depth is shit. Big up to Dan though. He gets a 0 for me. A 0. Because that goal was absolutely atrocious. Daniel, how many games can you continue playing the same team? We're playing every 3 days, bro. Eventually, at one point, you're going to have to rest the Rudiger. He could have thrown Silva in. I've already said this. He could have played one of the other and not did that. But he can't be playing Silva, Rudiger, and fucking whoever else every single game. He's gonna end up having to give them a moment of break, especially when we're playing every 3 days. It's just down to these idiots that come in that are just not at the quality. They are not at the quality for this team. No, we haven't. We did make too many changes. I agree. Not really. I thought we just gifted it to them, personally. I just think they defended well. We didn't offer much going the other way when we went behind. And we ultimately just gave them the goals. Because our goals, again, I keep saying it, we are charity FC, individual error FC. We always give individual stupid moments goals. That's what we do. So what do you do then? Who do you play there? Because Kovacic ain't there. Ruben Loftus-Cheek definitely can't play there. Jorginho's just come off of the back of a stinker. Who are you playing there? Anyway, I want to get into this. 0, because I want to open up the lines and get you in as well. I have been telling you guys for a very long time. I've had debate show after debate show with fucking Lewis about this guy. This guy is not good enough. He is not elite. He's not great. He's not a legend. He's nothing of this football club. He's just one of them players that's going to have played, had a very good part of a season, won a couple trophies and left. But he always has an individual shit error in him. He always does something stupid. And on top of that, he's passing yesterday. His movement off the ball yesterday. He's tackling. his understanding of his role. He looked like a fucking... I don't know what to say. He looked like he wasn't even here. It's like his spirit had left us and it was in Barcelona. I don't know what we was looking at. I don't know why we played him. I know why we played him. Don't get wrong. But after the Crystal Palace game, because he played quite well. But I don't know what he was doing yesterday. What was that pass? I mean, what was that pass? But yet we defend him. He's one of our best. He's this. He's not. Stop. But then I hear idiots on Twitter saying that he's better than Thiago Silva. Footy Hub. Silly boy. Call you out for that. Stop making stupid things up. He's a -10. I'm doing minuses today. I should have done -5 for Sarr. I'm giving Christensen a -10. Dog poo. 0, 1, 2, 1, 1, 0, 0. -10, -1, -10. And then he does this. 11 out of 10. You just, like, I know you're trying to wind people up. I know you are. You know you generally do not believe this in yourself. Put a little line at the end of that 11 and be honest with yourself. Stop this stupid shit. He was awful. He made me feel sick. And then on the top of that, he comes off and the excuse was, I had a bit of an injury. Every time this guy does something wrong, every time this guy does an absolute shitter of a performance, he comes off half time and it's, oh, why did Christensen come off? He was injured. Just always shit excuses, this guy. This guy is an excuse. You know what? His name is Mr. Excuse. That's who he is, Mr. Excuse. Mr. Excuse. No, you're not. You're not being serious. Oh, why'd you do this? Why'd you do this? Why'd you do this? Why? You know what? I know why you're doing it. You're doing it to wind everyone up in the chat. I know what you're doing. But you do not help yourself. You genuinely do not help yourself. Shit. He'll never be a legend in this club. Yeah, he's average. I've been saying it for a long time. He is nothing other than just one player that played for Chelsea and is now going to be in the levels of Courtois when it comes to being a snake and leaving this football club when he goes to Barcelona. That is the guy you want to represent. That is on you. You represent that shit. He's on his period. Exactly. He's on his period. How is Barcelona? I don't fucking know. If I was Barcelona, I'd pull the fucking contract now. And if I was Chelsea, I wouldn't sign it. Let him go to blooming Burnley or something. That's where he should be, at Burnley. So shit he was yesterday. Wound me up. Really wound me up, Christensen. Bad. Reece James. Where is he? Reece fucking James. Great two performances. Great two performances prior to this game. Tuchel decides to play him there again. I actually sat there at the beginning of the game when I saw it and said, why? I don't really feel that this is the type of game Reece James has to lose. We have to lose him offensively to worry about who's going the other way. Who is it, ESR? I think it was ESR on that side. You're telling me Aspie can't deal with ESR? Like, put Aspie there because that's where he plays and play Reece James where he should play. Relevant to that, he was a part of that defence and they all had his stinkers. And even he did. And I love Reece James. Now, it weren't his fault for the goals. But he just didn't do anything again. Didn't really offer much. He put a couple good crosses in the second half. That's it. You know? He's a legend. Oh my God. You will never help yourself. We are 3, 4, 3. I'll give it. I'm just going to give him a 3. I think 3 is just yeah. I don't really know what to say about Reece James. 3. He just didn't have a great game, did he? But it's not, again, not much to say on Reece James. Should we get on to the other shitness? The other shitters. Malang Sarr, get out of the club. Christensen, get out of the club. Who else are we getting out of the club? Where is he? This guy. Get out of my club, man. Just go. I don't need you. We don't need you anymore. We don't need your inconsistency. We don't need what your limits are. We don't need you. We need you in this system, unfortunately, because you're the only one that can play it, but you still don't fucking do much in this system. You don't offer anything. Yesterday you got spun, you got put on the floor, you were out of position, you couldn't get back, and it was a typical Alonso performance. Conte's Alonso, yeah? None of these fucking players are Tuchel's. Conte Alonso. There you go. Still got him here. Bin, get rid, improve. Sar, see you later. Snaky, bitchy, see you later. Marcus Alonso, do one. But enough. I don't want to see you anymore. Affects the system, too slow. Likes playing slow balls because he's slow as it is anyway. It takes him 5 minutes to pass the ball. His leg can't even fucking connect with the ball quick enough. He's so slow. Shit. You know, I'm bored of giving him a rating. You're right. I don't even know why I rate him. What is the point? -5. -5. There you go. I'm giving minuses today. Shit. Had him on ropes. Had him, bro. He had him fucking running around in circles. You know what day it was? Go and get Cucurella. At least he's blimmin' Premier League improving. Dead. But what else am I going to say about him? I hate doing this, but we've got to do this. We've got to do it. We have to. Absolute shit. And I've never said this about him. It hurts me even saying it. Because I love him. But absolute shit. Whether he's on a decline, whether it's his fastening, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. People say he's not a DM. I've seen Kante perform 5 times better in that position. Still on his own. He wouldn't have no legs. He didn't pass. He couldn't even pass the ball. He was out of position. We had no midfield. And he looked lost. And that's why I said take off that Lukaku and put J5 on. Play J5 and Kante and allow them to sort it between them. Allow both of them to be in there working. Because he wasn't working on his own. Poor in Kante. Absolute poor. Shit. And I keep saying it. Either Jorginho or Kante are leaving. One or two. One or either of these players are leaving. Not both. I don't think we'll get rid of both. Two. He looks burnt. He looks tired. He looks not himself. I don't know what it is with Kante right now. He just doesn't look it right now. More noticeable most of recent. You know, it's weird. Unfortunately, we have to. I don't even like doing this. You think I like sitting here criticising N'Golo Kante? But he was a headless chicken. 0 for N'Golo Kante. 0. I'm sorry, he was poor. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, where are you? There you are. Great performance against Palace. Not a 6. Not a fucking 6. Why did we not play him further up the pitch? Play as an 8. You know, and we couldn't do that actually because Kante was non-existent. And even when he was next to him, he wasn't even a help anyway. Not good enough. He was a part of that midfield. You know, he didn't have a great game. He offered nothing going the other way. He couldn't offer anything moving forward. He moved the ball slow as well. He was too happy to do sideways passes like the rest of them. Slow the team down, slow the game down. You know, we play like we're winning. I don't know. I'm coming to Aspie. He's next. He's next. He ghosted. That is literally it. He ghosted too. He's working with scraps. Fortunately. They were bro. Stinky's not even the word. Fucking hell. Like, we had no midfield. I keep stressing this. I've done a tactical breakdown earlier in the show for you guys. And I showed you what I thought went wrong and why it didn't work. But Ruben left Kante there, but didn't have the energy to get back in. Just left him there. And Kante didn't have the energy to go left and right like he used to. People just think Kante's 16, 17 Kante. That's just going to cover the ground and do all the work. He's not that player right now. For whatever reasons, he's not that player. And whoever we put next to him, if it's not Kovacic, we are fucked. We are absolutely fucked. And I don't care if it's even Jorginho. But I would have played Jorginho. Because at least in between the two of them, they could have at least covered that area. Might have lost something offensively. Joe, let me save you some energy. As a team, all of them got some 25 minus. Thank you, winner server. But I'm calling these out. Shit. I haven't said he's gone out. So far, get out my club, Sar. Get out my club, snake crusty bitch. Get out my club, Alonso. Shitter. I ain't even saying Kante get out my club, but him or J5, one of them are going. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, I don't know. I generally don't know. Whether loan you, keep you, fucking don't know. Because you don't get played in your position. Apparently you're versatile. You can play wing back. You can play here. I don't think you can. I think you can do it as a job, but we don't get any real greatness from it. You're an 8. Aspilicueta. You know, what am I meant to say? Brought us back in the game, scored a goal. Good goal, by the way. Good finish. Well done. Other than that, too slow moving the ball. That he's not comfortable going forward. Slows us down the right. Have nothing going forward. Gave a stupid penalty away as well. 2. But he's not a wing back. I keep saying this to you guys. He's not a fucking wing back. I just can't. Bro, I'm dealing with rivals all the shit time. I'm getting messages from Arsenal fans on Twitter. Sending me videos of them drinking beers, being happy. They got fucking no shame. They lost their last 3 games. It's the worst team we could have lost to in terms of their fan base. Scummy fan base. Hey, like, I'm fed up of it. I don't get it. They're not even fucking that great, Arsenal. It makes me laugh. They just become a bogey team. And we always do individual errors. Jorginho, fucking at home when he passed it back to Kepa, it went in a goal. 1-0, we lose. Christensen, this game. It's like, you know, if we want to revitalise Arsenal, just fucking play Chelsea every week. Yeah, get them likes up, everyone. Come on, let's go. Let's get them likes up. You know, whether he stays or goes doesn't really matter for me, Aspie. At the moment, it depends on how many defenders leave us. Rudiger goes, Christensen goes. How can we lose Aspie? We need another 3-4 defenders. But I keep saying to you, defenders is not just the problem. We need the midfield. We need to sort the forwards out. We need fucking wing backs. We need it across the pitch. A DM is important, massively. I don't get it. One of the most important. But it doesn't solve everything. It doesn't solve the wing backs being too slow and incompetent. It doesn't solve not having enough versatility, enough players that can adapt to different systems. We have too many narrow-minded players that can only fit one simple type of football, one little way of playing. They haven't got anything else. They can't adapt to systems. They can't adapt to systems. They can only play in a certain way. And if you play in a certain way, you might be able to see the best of them. But it fucks Tuchel because he doesn't play like that. He likes having different systems to be able to adapt in the game. And he can't do it unless he's got his best 11. And without his best 11, yeah, and when we rely on these people to come in and try and play in the same system to maybe not even the same level, but just a little bit, you know, at least just so it still looks good. Not lose 4-2 or 4-1 or 3-1. The squad depth stinks. Squad depth absolutely stinks. He is an old man. I'm just done with the squad depth. I'm done with some of these players. They're not good enough. It's obvious. 2 players that I thought were decent yesterday, and we're going to get to them now. We'll start with we'll start with, where is he? Money Mace. Again, where are you, Mount? Money Mason Mount, one of the only players in the team that stood up yesterday, stepped up. Only one player that could walk off with his head high. You know? Yeah, we get a new owner. It's not, I'm telling you guys, be prepared. This is not happening all under one season. These issues that we got are going to take a good 2 to 3 seasons. We might get a couple sorted, but it's not going to improve in the way that Tuchel wants to play unless he switches to a complete system that's new and it works for everyone at the time. That is it. We're not sorting it all out, I'm telling you. It's not even praise. I'm sad about the game, and I get that. It's not even praise, but at least he fucking stepped up, worked hard, linked up well, done as much as he could up there. Output's still good, assists still there, still contribute, trying. He was better. But he was The best of a bad bunch. No one gets higher than a 6 for me because we lost 4-2. I can't do that. It physically makes me sick. No one gets over that. Mason Mount gets a 5.5 for me. 5.5 or a 6, whatever you want to say. Whatever you want to say. I don't care. Yeah, but, I don't even think so. Again, I agree the first half, very good. I think second half, they were just... I just feel like our transitions are shit. We don't move the ball. We don't give him enough. I thought Timo Werner in moments in the second half was decent. Mason Mount, yeah, maybe disappeared more than I thought than Timo Werner in that half. 5.5. Mason Mount. Timo Werner. Again, someone that gets heavily criticised. The last 4 games has played pretty well. And again, we decided to play him out on the left. Even though the last 3 games he's been playing as the one up front and using his movement. But because we've got a lamppost who we're going to get to next, up front, yeah, who needs to be spoken about, we got to do that. We couldn't do that. But he's still put in a performance. He scores a goal, right, it was lucky. Second half, he comes out, he has a shot with his left foot, hits the net. I haven't seen Timo Werner do that stuff before. He had a chance where he drove through the middle, took on 2 or 3 players. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I thought it was like fucking Hazard at one point. And then Mount gets the ball, plays it into him, and it bounces off his foot. Like, it's bad when we're sitting here and we're like, Timo Werner is one of our best players. Like, he was Mount, 5.5 for me. Him and Mount were our 2 best players by far on a shit game. Let's be serious. Let's be serious about it. 7, 9, 6, 7. Fator saying 7. I can't give anyone 7s. I'm sorry. I can't do it. 5.5 is good. I'm saying good in terms of their own individual performance, but we still lost. Timo was all right. Timo wasn't the problem. He hasn't been the problem for the last 3-4 games. It's just a shame that he wakes up now, not 2 fucking a season and a half ago. Where was this Timo? Because at least we're starting to see a little better Timo at the moment that's contributing. Arsenal, bro, I'm sick. Arsenal, I don't. Arsenal are just the worst fan base. They make me sick in my mouth as well. Here we go. Let's start, shall we? The Pierre Resistance. The Pierre Resistance, our 100 million striker. Our 100 million striker. Where do we start with this guy, man? World class. Oh, Mr. I could adapt to anything. I am Mr. Romelu Lukaku. I am nothing like I was at Manchester United. In Milan, you saw all my goals. I'm versatile. Tuchel wants to play in a certain way. Yeah, my touch is better. Yeah, I can hold up the play. I am Romelu Lukaku, innit? No, you're shit. That's what you are. You're fucking shit. 18 touches. I'm laughing because it's hilarious. 18 touches. 18 touches in 15 minutes. 50 minutes. In 50 minutes. 5-0. 18 touches. He beat his record the other time when he was playing. 14 touches in 60. At least he beat that. This guy was non-existent. If anything, we were playing with 10 men. He was a burden. He was a burden. Again, 10 men. Couldn't hold the ball up. Didn't win one aerial duel. Couldn't even run. I see him link up with Timo Werner. Werner played the ball for him. Through. He's getting out sprinted by Rob Holding. He's getting out sprinted by fucking Rob Holding. This guy is just... I am telling you now. I'm going to say it again. He's done. I can't see any way back. He's done. He is done. This guy is so bad. Like, he doesn't even try. I feel sick watching him. I see more thumbs up from him than actual running. I would love to have seen his heat map yesterday. Someone find his heat map. Anyone in the chat, go and find me Romelu Lukaku's heat map yesterday. I am telling you now, he is going to go down as the worst signing of Chelsea Football Club's ever. Ever. He will be the worst. Because why? Because I don't even remember one good thing. I can't remember one good thing of a Fernando Torres Barcelona goal. I can remember at least one good thing of Timo Werner. Real Madrid goal, semi-final, header. And more, actually. I still remember more goals of Timo Werner where I could say, oh, well done, that was an important goal. Can't remember one with this guy. He's going to be the worst signing I have ever come across. And I said this. I knew it. I knew he was deceiving us, like Barkley. I knew he was a deceiver, man. I knew it was too good to be true. It was too good to be true that Romelu Lukaku, his touch, his style of play, everything about him had improved. I knew it was too good to be true. I don't want to see him on the pitch again. But yet again, we've got no fucking choice because we've got to play him into value. We've got to play him into value. We're going to get 60 mil for Lucky, 50 mil for him. He needs to go, man. If Todd Boehly was at the game yesterday, and he was, and I still think he's going to win this, Todd Boehly, and he sees that guy, and then he looks at and he pulls out the wage bill for all these players, he's going to be like, Jesus fucking Christ. 350k for that. He needs to go. Him needs to fuck off. I'm done with this guy now. I am done with him. I can't. And it's not even an agenda. It's just a lack of effort. I hate people that don't try. I hate it. It's the worst thing. Even if you're not scoring goals, just make an effort. Just do something. Be useful. Or try and be useful. Try and make things happen for yourself. Doesn't do that. Absolute dog turd. I'm done. What rating do you want me to give him? I don't even know what rating. I don't know. I don't care. Minus 100. Minus fucking 1,000. Minus fucking go out the door. Go and get a minibus and go and pick him up. Put Christensen in it. Put Sarr in it. Alonso in it. And just drive them to the airport. I'll pay your petrol and I'll pay their tickets. I'm done. I don't know what to say anymore about this guy. I genuinely don't know what to say anymore. I'm done. I will let you guys. I'm still annoyed. Right. I don't know what to say. I'm still annoyed, and it's a day after. As soon as I even think about it, it stresses me. All of it. Like
I don't blame you.
Win
It's horrible.
Go on, Matt. Go. You start.
No, go. Andrew, go.
Go on, Andrew.
I try not to be too reactionary, but I'm still. And I think if I was offered the chance to end the season now, I'd take it. I would take it. I keep saying it. This squad is so shit, unbelievable. The levels are just maddening, right? Don't even try. Listen, I was surprised. We did the team yesterday, Jen. We didn't have Sarr even on our radar starting yesterday. I said a couple of weeks ago that when we played Brentford, that was the worst left side. You can add Sarr now. That is the worst left side in this club's history with him.
Alonso and
Werner.
Sarr. Yeah,
and Werner on that left side is just non-productive.
I don't even know why Werner was there. Why the fuck is Werner out there in the first place? He's been playing as a central striker, and we keep playing him off the left. It's stressing me out. I don't get it.
Can I just say, though, I'm going to hammer Thomas Tuchel a bit because his excuses last night were pathetic with the pitch and everything like that. It was good enough for all our other players who won trophies on that pitch. It should be good enough for these shit players. So I'm not having that excuse as the pitch is an issue. Okay, that is crap. That is offensive. So that's offensive to us that you could say that.
You shouldn't have done that.
That's offensive, man. Just take your ownership and say, listen, I made a few bad choices. The players didn't play well.
Players let me down, basically.
Players let me down.
That's what I would have said.
If you say the players let me down, we regroup and we go again, man. But I'm telling you, man, I want to see more outgoings than incomings this summer, Jem. I swear to God.
Listen, that looks like my piss. That does. Like, I'm not joking. That's how the money. Like, look, I'm not even. Look at this. Look before you go on with yourself. Look at the. Actually, look at how faded all these yellow lines are in the box, right? And then look at that one red patch. You know what that one big red patch is? That's when he was
kicked the ball off.
That's just when he was kicking off.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't. It's basically, like I'm not going to talk about Alonso because I said I wouldn't anymore because I don't expect anything.
About Alonso, innit?
I'm now bringing this Lukaku into it. I don't. Listen. It's obvious, right? This is not the right club for him. Okay, whatever your dreams was at this club, it doesn't matter. Some dreams don't come true. and this is a nightmare. Okay, you need to go accept whatever for this guy, whether it's 60, 55, whatever. Just accept it this summer, write it off, go and score your goals elsewhere because you'll probably be better there. You don't need him. He's not good enough. He's not good. He's not part of this team. He was just awful yesterday. And
I can't stop looking at that. I just can't take this. What is that?
Can we also talk about this fan base? Stop hyping players after one game. And I know he's not a 6, but Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Kante.
They stank.
Oh my god.
They stank.
Can we stop playing? Can we stop playing a pivot if the players don't know how to play a pivot? Can we also stop doing this now? Can we play 3 in midfield maybe? Can we just mix it around?
There's no balance, isn't it?
There's no balance. There's no and the transition. Oh my god! I keep saying we're the worst counter-attacking team in the league. I think we're the worst.
We are 100%.
We are the worst.
We can't transition.
And when you've got Aspie and Alonso on the wings, man. I mean, you get more flight out of a Kentucky Fried Chicken wing set. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you counter-attacking with that. You ain't counter-attacking.
You can't counter-attack with this. You can't counter-attack at all. And then, and please, any transparent, we need to improve in this area. All areas we need to improve. All areas. Every single part of this pitch, we need to improve. Okay, just leave it like that. Just leave it. Christ's sake.
Yeah, I mean, what an abysmal performance. Absolute abysmal performance. We're going to go.
Can I have my seat?
1 second, mate. Do you know what? You go, Noah, and then we'll go to a Chelsea fan because Noah's an Arsenal fan. So go on, mate. What do you want to say?
No. Wait. I have a class. I'm going. Jump. Can you fucking remove this Lukaku fucking piss taker from the screen? He is a fucking asshole. I am so fed up of this fucking fat lump. Remove him from the fucking screen right now.
Listen to Klaus. Remove it.
Klaus, can you just give me your views quickly as you're going, Klaus? Go on, quickly.
What?
This guy is a fucking fraud. I mean, we can't even now say, Chilwell, we are missing Chilwell, we are missing Reece James. This guy doesn't run. He's a piss poor. He should have not started the game. Harvard or Pulisic should have started the game. This guy doesn't do much. Sell this guy as soon as possible. He is a curse to our club.
Very true.
He is one of the worst signing ever in Chelsea Football Club. Bakayoko was better than Lukaku. Simple.
I mean,
I had enough of this guy. Bro, I have to go. I'll be back later. But this guy, remove him from the screen. He needs to go, man. I'm fed up with this fucking...
That Timo Werner, has he been great?
Timo Werner is, listen, Mo Salah, Benzema, Timo Werner. Listen, they are amazing players.
Hurry up, Classy, if you're going to miss the Kardashians.
Timo Werner is smashing. Listen, I feel sorry for Mason Mount and Timo Werner. Who is shit? Who is this?
Come on, man.
Yeah, listen, I'll come back. I'll come back in 10 minutes. I'll come back in 10 minutes. I don't want to see this fucking Lukaku on the screen.
Have a good class, ref.
Go have someone again.
He was doing so well.
Listen, yeah.
He was spitting.
Oi, guys, listen, yeah. It was a good day, man. Good derby win, bruv. It's always good beating the scum down in Fulham, do you know what I mean? And I'm buzzing in it, but my manager's still not good enough in it. But boy, listen, yeah, I loved it, man. I fucking loved it. Jem, look, I'm drinking your tears.
You're drinking my tears, mate. You lost your last 3 games. You lot Arsenal fans are all scum anyway. What are you talking about, mate?
That's the only trophy they're going to win.
Listen, yeah, it's not good to lose.
You just got to go and make a DVD for beating us 4-2.
I'm not getting gassed in it. There is a noise because you were chatting yesterday, man, and it rattled me in it.
Mate, you said you were losing yourself. Winter Surfer was there.
That was mind games, man. That was mind games.
There's not one Arsenal fan that came out yesterday, right, with their chin held high. Everyone was crying and broken. Hey, no. Listen, you didn't come with your head held high to say, you know what, Arsenal will have this. You're broken. Every Arsenal fan was hoping for a draw at least.
I mean,
You guys were
King said he'd
broken.
win.
You can't come out here and start drinking tears because you're going to play the next game and lose.
Said Arsenal would win.
I mean, you'll probably lose to United, innit? I'm just making the most of this moment, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, just be maybe be more humble, I guess. We
played
played a cup team against you guys.
Man, declare why should they be humble?
Don't be humble.
They
it's
beat
fine.
the slap. They slapped you. They put.
Look, listen. Maybe I'm on a different part of the world, but my Arsenal friends at least all said we're gonna lose, and they didn't come out rubbing in my face because I don't know how you can say you're gonna lose. I don't know. Look, I don't understand this ethics, right? Of saying coming out before the game and saying, "Oh, don't worry, we're gonna lose." And when you say that, that kills any banter between people, right? And then after the game, try rub it in your face when you already protected yourself, when you already said you're gonna lose, because it's hard to banter someone. If Chelsea won, it was hard to banter an Arsenal fan when you already said you're gonna lose.
But it's hilarious when a team like yourselves are expected to beat this team and you let them score a 4 piece.
They did something that Liverpool couldn't do this season, so it's all good.
What? Beat you? I swear we beat you in the Carabao Cup.
Not 90 minutes and not actual football.
You shut your mouth.
Carabao Cup,
I thought Chelsea fans were thirsty for Liverpool fans. Why are you here all the time? You're always thirsty for Chelsea fans, aren't you? It's very weird.
I want to talk about the game because I think more respect.
Let's talk about the game. Talk about the game. Go on,
look, I think more respect.
Do you know what I mean? And the game went the way I didn't expect. In it, I was expecting Chelsea to open the floodgates. In it, I thought it would be a cricket scoreline, but listen, we showed passion and deserve what I always want, and it's good, isn't it? And to say that you guys played a weekend team is nonsense because Southampton and them nullified us, and you expect Chelsea to get something against us. So you can't.
But we gave you these goals for fuck's sake. It's not like you are great. This is what annoys me. We are individual error FC. When we lose games, we lose games because of our own doing. That is what Chelsea do. We've done it so many times this season. Yeah, let's just be serious.
And Jem, the goals that you scored, one of them was a deflection and another one was a defensive error by Tavares.
Yeah, and their goals were all defensive errors as well. It was the
Smith Rowe's goal wasn't that.
My point.
Both Nicotia,
Smith
whatever.
had the chance to make it 3-2 in the first half, and Eddie as well. He had the couple to make it 3-2. Don't forget that, and don't forget that we had the better XG, more attempts than you lot, and covered more ground than you.
What is it?
What is that you're talking about? Listen, we played a cup team against you. We've been playing a lot of competitions. You don't understand
it's
that.
It's the worst team we've ever played this year.
I came on here for one thing only. I have a question for you guys.
Because we turned.
Hold on. I have a question. Listen, I don't know. What our sanctions have affected, because I know we can't spend more than a certain amount of money. Do we still have our helicopter?
What are you thinking?
You know the helicopter I'm talking about. You know what? It lands right on Cobham, and you know who walks out of that helicopter. Hey, Tuchel. You know what time it is. You want to play SAR? You know what time it is. We're knocking on that door. What's wrong with this guy?
But Daniel,
what is he doing?
Get Ten Hag, bro.
I thought you were thinking something worse, Dan. I thought you were thinking of Leicester City. I was going, what the hell's Dan going on about?
No, the helicopter. Roman, you're still here.
He's not allowed in the country. He's not allowed. Is he allowed in the country, Dan?
I need Marino on that helicopter. Somebody, because I don't understand.
He has to do it before he gets in international waters. Before he gets to do it from far away.
I don't know.
Helicopter outside the range.
Arsenal, and you have you have kids like this coming on, having chest, talking. Arsenal, these guys are bums.
Yeah, we are.
These guys are legit bums. Eddie Nketiah hadn't scored for 2 years or 1 year.
Yeah,
he's a bum.
He's
a legit bum.
Yeah, he's a McGoldrick.
That's why I want him out of my club.
That's what he is.
And Christensen just said, "Here you go," and he's tapping his head. Yeah. Tap out of my club. Never play for me again, please.
Yeah.
What
was that? Dan, yesterday was like losing to Brentford. It was like losing to Brentford.
Let's not get
worse.
Do you know what I mean? It's just because, I'm not coming out here with just...
I'm tired.
Addressing people, them and them yesterday, innit? I used mind games yesterday, man.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Anyway, let's talk the game. Let's talk the game.
Let's talk about the game.
I'll come in here.
I want to talk to Matty. Go on, Matty. Go. Matt.
Loftus-Cheek, this man is absolutely horrendous. He's absolutely horrendous. Please, I don't want anyone gassing this guy up ever again. He has got to be one of the worst players I've seen at Chelsea Football Club. He's worse than Sarr. On goal, he's worse than Sarr. You guys say he's a versatile player. You say he's a squad player. We put him in a position where we need him. He doesn't turn up. We put him wing back. Doesn't turn up. We put him in his own position. Doesn't turn up. He's had one good game. It was a semi-final. Comes in this game. That's absolutely useless, atrocious shit. And now going to Mendy. I've been saying since West Ham. Mendy needs a rest. And every game, my point
Mendy
gets
didn't
proven
do anything
even
wrong
more.
Yesterday, Matt. You need to move off. Mendy
Zero saves. When you're a world-class keeper, when you're a world-class keeper, you have to come with some at least ability.
What was
he could have got that second
goal.
goal.
What are you saying? Kepa's
could have got that second goal. But no, I'm not. I never mentioned Kepa. I'm just saying, Mendy should not be on that pitch to start with. He should not be on that pitch to start with.
So who plays when Mendy gets arrested?
I do not want him next game. West Ham. If he starts West Ham, I'm watching the game.
Mendy's a goal, but there's no need for rest.
Yes, they do. Like, in 20 minutes later, you're gonna come out and say keeper's the hardest position on the pitch, but then you don't want to rest.
Man, move on. You got any other players that you want to?
Hold on. When Christensen is passing the ball to Eddie Nketiah. Hold on. When Christensen is passing the ball to Eddie Nketiah.
Yeah.
When Milan Sarr is passing the ball back to Eddie Nketiah when Thiago Silva clears it. No, let me finish.
Supposed to save, Matt.
We're not defense.
He could have came out of the box. I'm not blaming him. I'm not individually blaming him. No, I'm not individually blaming him. I'm saying we're starting someone like Sarr. Hang on, we're starting someone like Sarr. We're starting someone like Loftus-Cheek. We're starting someone like Lukaku. Why don't we start Kepa in this game? He deserves to play in that pitch. I'm not saying we should be starting him again, but he needs to come on the pitch and give him
to make you feel good. Like he's
he
trash.
comes on and he'll change the game. He'll come on.
He
and change
sucks.
The game. What are you talking about?
Last time he came on, last time he played was Tottenham.
Last time he played.
Hold on. I need to clarify. Is Kepa playing on field?
Let's go here. Last time
is Kepa playing on field?
11 penalties.
One day keeper's the hardest position. Next day it's the easiest position.
More than he's cost you games, so he has that credit in the bank.
Of all the things, Matt, you could have jumped on yesterday. You jump on Mendy. You couldn't.
I'm not individually blaming him, but I'm just pointing out the obvious. All I'm saying is he's getting worse and worse. He's not getting any better from the rest. He's not getting any better.
Stop, man! I'm calling you out. This is false. This is false agenda of yours, man.
It's not an agenda.
It is.
It's not an agenda.
It's stupid.
No, it's not.
I
said at West Ham. I said West Ham. He's going on a decline, and he's been going on a decline.
Say it. I never heard.
Yes, I did.
I
did say
that. You have to agree that.
And I've been saying it for months. Everyone was saying yes on the terrace. I've been saying it for months.
You said it last 3 weeks. That's all you've been saying.
No, I've been saying it for what was it? 2 months since Tottenham he started. He started Tottenham. He's been fantastic. Anyway, it's just going to keep getting worse. And how do we fix that? We give Kepa a run.
Why?
Give him a run.
Play Kepa, man.
He's not shit.
Anyone else a run?
Even Bettinelli. Start Bettinelli. I don't care. Start Bettinelli.
Hey, do we give Saul a run as well?
Now he's just said start.
Might as well give Saul.
This is an agenda.
Give Barkley a run too?
No, it's not because you're not listening.
What about the first keeper, Matt?
Because Mendy needs a rest. He's not going.
Wait. Come on, because I can't talk because I've got people outside drilling, so I can't even get involved at the moment when people are talking.
I don't think Mendy.
But 1 second. One second.
Pause.
Matt. What went wrong yesterday? I know you're talking about Mendy, Kepa. I really don't care right now about this. It's just really relevant.
I'm just saying the point that no one else would come out and say it.
Well,
but
fine.
What went wrong?
The other point to why Chelsea lost yesterday.
Yeah, what went wrong? I'm not saying individual mistakes. Our back line was horrible. Midfield was horrible. I'm not individually blaming Mendy. And people keep attacking. I'm saying he was part of the problem, like everyone else in that pitch. Everyone else was shit. But I'm pointing at something that no one else comes out and says. No one says that. But anyway, I don't want to keep talking about him. But again, Kante as well. Kante's been horrible. Anyway, Kante's been horrible as well.
It's an agenda. That's what it is.
I'm just throwing words out there at the moment because no one's listening.
He could have saved two of those.
Your first selected player was Loftus-Cheek. Your second selected player was Mendy. I don't think
pointing at players that no one's saying. Everyone's talking about Lukaku. Yeah, everyone can talk about Lukaku, but I'm going to come and point out not the obvious. People like Loftus-Cheek, people like Mendy who don't get called out.
He's shocking.
Of course he's shit. And I'm leaving that for everyone else. He's shocking. He's absolutely shit. I hate him, but I'm leaving that for everyone else. I'm saying the stuff that no one's going to come out and say. No one's coming out and telling anything about Loftus-Cheek. No one's saying about Kante. No one's saying about Mendy. No one's coming out and saying about these 3 players. Everyone's focusing on the other players.
So what you're saying is
Matt has a point.
I'll come
Matt
to the
does
other
have
side.
a point.
Shut
I'll
up,
speak about the other side. Because we got
Matt does have a point.
The
last couple of months, Mendy hasn't been at that level.
Shut up, bro.
You lot.
As much as I like you, I don't know why you and an Arsenal fan are taking this time, because we're going to go with some in-depth stuff, and your opinion comes off a little different when you guys say it.
Your opinion, Rams. You can fuck off.
Yeah,
seriously.
Alex, we can hear. Your opinion's going to come off different, Rams.
I agree with you.
When you criticize a player, if we said anything about Liverpool player, you defend him to the end.
Let the player go. Go on, Declare. Go.
Yeah, look, I've come from approaching this game, right? When everyone was trying to plan their, first 11 for the FA Cup game.
Listen, yeah, you're spot on.
Hold on,
Hang on.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Look, I was always saying that focus on the FA Cup game and rest for the Arsenal game. I understand people's banter, emotion, derby, right? But for me, I already wrote off this season, right? For me, it's just try to win the FA Cup and go into the preseason and buy some players, because our team is reaching limits. They're almost broken. I even looked up Mount, Mendy, Rudiger, Silva, Aspie, even Havertz is some of the most played players in the biggest leagues. They've played so many games and they're still going to play heaps more. Our team's broken. We have so many injuries, COVID, no rest, nothing. Tuchel doesn't have, and people are ripping on Tuchel, right? What I don't get is that he doesn't have the tools, right? And remember, everyone forgets this, but in the 15 months he's been here, this is going to be our 6th final it gets to. So we have a lot of games. We have digressed from last season, getting in Lukaku, right? And mind you, when I add these minutes, there's international games as well. FIFA has squeezed in more international games this season to make up for COVID, for the qualifiers, for this ridiculous mid-season World Cup that's going to happen, right? And they're included as well. Like Mount's played so many international games. So then we bring in people to help. Lukaku didn't help. Lukaku's like this, right? Saul's a waste. How many injuries we lose? James and Chilwell, Christian. But this team, I don't care about tactics. Whatever tactics you want to think, right? And the approach of the game, doesn't matter who you want to play. It's just our players are gone.
Yeah.
We have done so many mistakes in the last couple games, right? It doesn't matter. Even rotating is not even working. We have to play. Do people want to play academy players now? Is that what we're going to get to?
No.
Don't worry about like who should have played.
That's what it is.
Someone like Christensen doesn't even see a future here. He probably doesn't even care. But like you said, he does a mistake and goes, "Oh, I just want to get off. I want to go off. I'm going to claim an injury. My leg hurts, whatever." Right? Lukaku, I don't want Lukaku anywhere near the club. The guy's aura is even bad. Just his presence, right? At least Werner's there. But some of these players are just done for me. Like, I think I just want to cruise to the FA Cup final, have everyone just enough being in a decent condition so we can challenge for FA Cup, and that's it.
And get third.
And have third. We should be, with the way these teams are. I think every other team's going to help us get third. Not that we're going to kill it off.
Yeah,
the way we're going.
Jem, one thing I agree with what Declare said is it feels like Tuchel squeezed a lot of juices out of this team. It's like, you have a lemon, you squeeze all the juice out of it. If you look at the Madrid game, so for us to play a decent game, a game that we control, you can see the effort that the players put in games that we win. It's different to when you watch, for instance, Liverpool. Liverpool can play in. Look at how the cruise past United. We can't play like that to win a game. We have to always be a 90
to 100%. Because we don't move the ball quick enough, Rodrigo. It's too slow in transition.
It's too slow, and I think the players have played too many games. We were winning these type of games where we're not 100% at the beginning of the season. I think they were more fresher. If you look at some of the wins that we had, the first game we played against Crystal Palace, we won 3-0. If you watch that game, it wasn't a 3-0 win. Even against Villa, we won 3-0 at home. But I think as the season went on, we played so many games. These players are just, I think the mistake that they're making is lack of concentration. When you're tired, your mind and your legs are not moving to the same speed.
Rodrigo,
look at
the
the goal that we
difference is
conceded.
the difference is our main 11 compared to the people that come in off the bench.
Yeah, they're really crap.
Drop off from
It's
that is
massive.
big. People
Yeah.
don't realise it.
I
That
don't
is
think it's the problem.
I have to speak about this.
Can adults talk now? All right.
Alex, you wait your turn.
Wait. I'm older than you, Alex.
Why are you talking, Alex?
You're older than me, man.
I'm not older than you. You're older than me, bro.
Yeah. Let me just say
I
one
have
thing
a
about
pimples
Malang
on my
Sarr.
balls
Mr.
older than
Malang
you,
Sarr,
man.
and then I'll let you go, Alex. Malang Sarr is the worst player I've ever seen play for Chelsea since Khalid Boularus and Steve Seedwin.
Oh my God! You said Callum Booth. Oh my God! Don't bring me flashbacks.
Malang Sarr is really
number 9 shirt, that guy, man.
Yeah, Alex, you can go on. Yeah.
Right.
First of all, Malang Sarr is not a bad player.
No, please.
Second of
He's
all,
not that bad. Come on.
I'm not here to slam players. I think we do have a couple of bad players, but the problem yesterday specific game was on Tuchel, because you can adjust your team to rest when you need to, but you don't have to change the whole fucking backline in one swift move. You didn't have to. You could have done one change in each position to rest the players, but you decided not to. That's it. I agree with Matt. What's his name? Mendy could be rested, but that's not the point. That's not the reason why we lost the game yesterday. We lost the game because there's too many substitution and like very, very dangerous area. And what Arsenal did is, I'm not gonna say Arteta is genius, but he literally sold the first game what we did against what's the name? Real Madrid. They went on a quick move in the midfield and broke a lines immediately.
They went through the back.
That's
yesterday.
it. That's
they
it.
Went through the back. They went through the back yesterday.
They matched us. They tried to be compact. They did what they're supposed to do. But when the ball came into the middle, they did not hold the ball in the middle for too long. They released it. They did not let defense settle. That's what we're supposed to do. But when I see Robin Loftus-Cheek jogging with those big ass cheeks in the middle and not releasing the ball quick enough, that's what happens. It's it.
Dude, that pivot. Look, I don't know why you play a pivot with people who can't play a pivot.
Look, we don't have players that can move the ball quick enough.
It's not about the defensive. It's not about the defensive structure. It's about when we have the possession, when we struggle. People saying, "Oh, you missing Jorginho?" Yes. Between Loftus-Cheek and the 6, I'd rather have J5. That was not a question for me.
No.
There's not a question for me. Kovacic should start. Kovacic injured. It's J5. Doesn't matter how you put it. He's gonna be having the same issues, exactly the same issues.
We saw it Sunday.
But at least he knows his positional awareness in that situation. Robin Loftus-Cheek does not know his positional awareness. Kante, everybody's slaying big Kante is the world class. You have to play them in important matches. You do, but the guy is just tired, man. The guy is tired. If anybody needed to rest, I'd rather have look. It's the same thing. With the same. I don't care about Saul, Chalaba, whoever, my grandma. It doesn't matter.
Your grandma's got techers, I heard. She's got unbelievable techers.
Yeah.
The truth is, Alex is right. I said at half time yesterday, one of my tweets, I said that the sub that should have been made was Jorginho to come on and Lukaku to be taken off, and that Ruben to play more forward as an 8 next to
that will be good, actually.
That's what I wanted. That's what I said as a tweet yesterday. Because even though I don't think Jorginho's great in this game, it was so clear that Kante needed help in that middle. It just was not what Ruben was not providing enough to support.
I think Saul would have been if they wanted to rest people. Saul should have played this game.
Maybe
I don't think. Look,
and some of these players haven't played for so long.
No.
It's hard to throw them in a game like this.
All right, listen, I
don't know, man.
If you
I don't know what would change with that midfield because we still don't have the player that we need.
Let you guys concede them counters, innit? and like he does really plug holes in that midfield, does he? And like makes them tactical fouls when needed. And that was my worry. And you removing Christensen was also a good move because he was kind of playing against you guys. So and then Lukaku going off wasn't really a good idea because for me, Lukaku knows how to score out of nothing because yes, he's not
Stop
that
this,
great.
Noah. You want him, didn't you? You keep sticking up for Lukaku. Go and take him to Arsenal. I don't want him.
I would,
Yeah, just
man.
give us Saka and whatever.
I'm
Go and
just
take him.
recognizing greatness, man. Do you know what I mean?
Whatever, you can take him. I don't even want anyone in back.
I'm not
I
defending Lukaku.
I don't think my soul can handle that much greatness. So you can, I'll share it with you.
I'm fine with normalcy. If he's greatness,
and also
I'm fine with
wasn't that bad,
mediocrity.
because he was pulling our defenders out of position at times.
Listen.
And also
listen,
he had
we keep it simple on Lukaku.
Look,
you know what I mean?
Keep it simple on Lukaku. It just hasn't worked out. Move him on. That's what you should.
Yeah,
Just move him on. It hasn't worked out. We don't need to spend
it's
time.
not even
saying
about
how shit he
Lukaku.
is.
What the hell is why is Lukaku in this conversation?
No. I'm just saying he said Lukaku. I'm just saying.
No, I know that, but why you keep talking about Lukaku?
I don't. I'm just saying. I'm just responding to what he said.
No,
I'm saying what I'm saying is Lukaku's not the biggest
I don't
issue.
know you, Nano. Why are you talking
Nana's
about
an
Lukaku?
Arsenal fan, that's why.
He's an Arsenal fan.
Bro, it's not really his fault. My man got an injury, etc.
Who said it's his fault that we conceded 4 goals?
And he don't choose his price tag, and you don't get the level of chances some other players get.
Hey,
By chances,
but that's how. But that's how we know Lukaku's fan. When our rival fans are praising a striker, that's how we know. Thanks, no, you confirmed that. Thanks, you told us something we already know. You praising him knows that you want us to keep him and keep him how bad he is. It's just like Arteta. We want you to keep Arteta as long as possible.
I'll drive him. And I'm coming from United States. You think Wales far enough? I'll fly a ticket just to drive Lukaku.
But anyway, man, what I said is, if you guys bought in Kai earlier, I would have been more worried because my man knows how to occupy defenders. Do you know what I mean?
Kai's knackered. Kai is knackered.
He would have done a difference though.
But I think we mass rested players.
Attacker,
That's the thing. We rested too many players at once.
We had to look. I know Alex brought it up too, but there's a medical team tells you that when you reach a point too. We had to rest. We chose to rest this game, and like I said, you look at all the minutes and games these guys have played. They're gone. We've played some of the most games, and this is including last season as well.
Why was not Ziyech was the one that came in? If
I
would have put Werner up front and put Ziyech behind him or Pulisic behind him. I would nowhere near
even brought on Ziyech earlier because when he came on, I thought he had some good touches, trying to force the issue.
Play back
four. He brought him on too late. He warmed up and then 10 minutes later he got on.
I feel like Ziyech can only play in certain ways.
I don't know, but Ziyech put his shirt on, but it took him 10 minutes to be substituted on. I never got that. It's just.
That's what I was saying to you as well.
You remember Tuchel said sometimes he's so into the game he forgets to make sub.
Well, that's the problem. Is one of his assistants has to remind him, don't they? Like that.
It's a derby, innit? And you've got to give us credit because we raised up to the occasion.
There's no fucking credit to you. You scored 2 goals from us. You literally scored because we gave you the score.
I mean, yes, you did, but it's a derby.
Put it on a plate. If you didn't score, that was shit.
But Lewis, sorry, no, you can take offences. I'm at the moment. My mind for it is I'm done. I don't care. But let me just say,
I really don't care what you say.
Losing to you yesterday was like losing to Brentford for me. It was like that. It's embarrassing. That's what that is.
Yeah.
That's how I see Arsenal at this moment in time. I see you as that team. I don't see you as a rival or anything like this. That was like losing to.
But we're fighting for top 4 though.
I don't care. We're not.
This is the Chelsea channel.
I'm sorry. This is going to sound arrogant. That's below us.
And you didn't play. I don't think Arsenal played that
I like to address the guy in the chat. Sepper said Tuchel can't impact the games when it's not going away. That's not true. He's one of the best at actually doing it. The problem is
too slow.
That's number 1. He brings subs way too late.
Yeah.
Number 2, when he does bring, sometimes players don't bring intensity that the first half have.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Kai was anonymous when he came in.
Kai, what? When he came in?
Yeah, he just didn't impact as much.
The level of the play that the
don't
players
think
need to
it's-
play
I
for
don't
this,
thi- I-
the level
look.
that the players have to play for this system to work is quite high. And if we don't hit that level, and every player plays to a certain standard, that this system falls, and that's the truth. It completely just eliminates itself. Like, and it's not even just, you know, like 6 players having good game. Like, I would say at least 9 or 10 of our players have to have a very good game for this system to work. Like, I'm not even joking. Because
So if the season,
two individual players get it wrong, it falls apart and we get caught. And that's the truth. Like,
yeah, because we're meant to have players that to help us. Like Lukaku's meant to be that player to carry us, but it's almost like playing 10 man with him. And you got to remember too that we did try to buy Koundé and Hakimi, so those positions were key. We took a gamble. I mean, you could say there's a positive to not getting, you know, not going for your B choice or C choice, and going for the players you actually want. But we took a risk without him, and what looked to be the team that had the most depth didn't. When you want to cut out all those players that are not good enough, we don't have many players. And look at that. And that's why I said some of these players have to play.
That's why I'm blaming Solo on Tuchel. You can't.
I don't blame
change all
Tuchel.
I blame
These teams
Tuchel for that.
they had to rest, Alex.
But you can't mass rest
but not
7
all
players
3
though
of them.
and expect us to win.
But
7
guys,
players.
like
You can't change
listen,
the
man,
whole
like,
back three.
But Alex, you know, there's a whole department to monitor these players, yeah, and they have to. If it's up to Tuchel, he'll play him every game, right? But there's someone that advises him, tell him how much someone can play or not.
Declare no. The Thiago Silva was cleared for medical stuff on before the game.
Yes.
Yeah, but you know, Thiago Silva's played some of the highest minutes. I got it here.
But we have to play him.
He's played 51 games.
Not
He's
him.
played,
or Jorginho. Place one of them. We can't be having 7 players on the pitch.
You got to understand this. At his age too, he's one of the most paid players.
I agree.
I know
he
that.
only played 10 minutes Sunday. He only played 10 minutes on Sunday. He didn't play.
Yeah, but it's a build up. It's not only.
How many players?
It's experience.
Get wrong in the beginning of this game, because for me, I would say Silva or Rudiger. Rudiger went there. Silva should have played with Christensen and Aspie.
First of all, I didn't know Rudiger was injured.
I actually think Aspie and James should have switched this game. James didn't need to be a fullback.
He did in the second half, but he had no impact.
He shouldn't have had to worry about ESR in that game. Why do we need him there? He didn't need to be there. We lose him offensively when he's not on that right. We need that offensive spot. Aspie don't give us enough.
Worry about ESR. Why was ESR running through our freaking center of the pitch and scoring them?
Exactly.
We had Loftus-Cheek in content.
That has the recovery speed to
Oh,
cover.
had a
good game.
Loftus-Cheek was saying.
That's what I'm saying to you. You're playing Aspie, who hasn't got the legs to go up the pitch and then get back. With Alonso, work it out. Make sense of it.
I understand how vexed I am, bro. Conceded 4 goals. 4 goals.
It goes to show when Silva and Rudiger aren't there. That's it. We fall apart.
Or at least one of them. One of them's
It's all our
got
own
to be
fucking fault.
I'm actually not blaming none of the front three. None, zero. Not Lukaku, not Mount. Mount and Timo Werner are the
Not
best on the
Lukaku.
pitch. Even I don't.
Did you see Lukaku run? Actually, no, I agree because he's already shit anyway. What do we expect from him?
I do not blame. This is when the way we concede it. It doesn't have nothing to do with the front. Nothing. It's only on the midfield and the even the individual mistake that we did. It's on defense. That's why somebody said it before. Christensen is not a good leader. No. I'm not gonna praise him on the stream because I don't like him, but he needs to play either right or left. He cannot play in the middle, and he needs to play with somebody that in command. That was being exposed long time ago, and he did it. And he did put him in the middle, and I don't know the freaking why. I like Christensen.
I don't think anyone else can play Alex in the middle.
You what?
I don't think anyone else can play in the middle. If
Thiago Silva, and he was on and he didn't start it.
Yeah. But let's say the case was he had to be rested. Yeah. Let's say I'm going with that. Let's say
he can start.
He kind of soon had declared because he was ready. He was ready to play.
Look, I'm going on the basis that they're advised that these players were pushed to have to be rested.
Bench, you fit.
Listen, if Silva's fit to play, he starts. I'm sure. Because that's what we've seen throughout the whole season. Thiago Silva's played so many games, right? That I'm sure if it's up to Tuchel, right? If he's fit to play,
justice for Jorginho, man. I wasn't the one that locked him up, man.
Alex, stop referring to the chat when people are speaking.
Yeah, because it sounds like you're talking to me, Alex, not the chat. And I'm going, how did this guy go to Jorginho? Listen, look, let's say, let's go on, in an example that he had to be rested, say he's reached a limit of fatigue, or let's say he was even injured, right? Let's say, for scenario based, Thiago Silva's injured. I don't think there's anyone else that can play that middle properly if Rudiger's out too. And that's why, and Christensen's the only one that's been playing there. And he's had some good games, but Christensen has been way off this season. And he's not going to stay too. So you can see his performances. And he's been injured all the time.
Should play back four of
maybe I think
we should have.
Well, I don't know. Only with somebody strong-minded in the middle.
Yeah,
because when you see the goal between Sarr and who the fuck was that?
Thiago.
No, it was the goal before Thiago showed up.
Oh, ESR.
Yeah, that goal, but it was Thiago. Oh, no, it was the.
Is it James? Is it James?
No. When we considered the goal, it was one of them that got poached between two defenders.
Yeah, that was
the third one.
The third one.
Thiago Silva dived in, sort of got the ball, but it went on further up the field, and then it was just I don't know what happened. I don't know what Sarr was doing.
Sarr is a clown.
Yeah,
Proper clown.
Yeah, it was a touch. It was like a pass touch. It was like
just boot
I don't understand what.
Jesus Christ! Just boot the ball out.
Anyway,
it's
like wouldn't we just start Chalobah there? Like Chalobah should be starting over Sané. I don't know what.
No, we start where in the middle. Chalobah will give the penalties.
Yeah.
So you trust Sarr over Chalobah?
No, it's not. I will trust Sarr and I will trust Christensen, but only in that position who will have a heavy, level-headed person in the middle. Either somebody has to be a commander in that back line.
It's not enough leaders.
It doesn't matter who. Look, Thiago Silva had to be. He should have started that game. The reason we did not win that game is because Thiago Silva didn't start it. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, actually,
because you cannot change the back three and expect it something different, especially when you lost the game before that, when inexperienced players. I think Tuchel literally thought that he will get away with the win because Arsenal was shit.
It's not that, Alex. We have no backup to Silva. The depth in some positions, even the wing backs, have been the main issue. And like you said, as soon as you take Silva out,
game in the world, declare what's the most important game in the world
for us right now?
Yeah, any game.
The next game.
Thank you. I don't give a fuck about the game.
I was going to say the FA Cup.
The next game is the most important.
It's not the next game when you're not fighting for much. We're not going to win. It's hard to win we're out of title race. All right now we have the FA Cup.
But the thing is, we need to mathematically secure third.
Exactly.
And then we can rotate.
And we still got West Ham and Man United next.
And the FA Cup is on May 10th. So what are we supposed to do? Lose every game before?
No, the FA Cup was the last game we played.
I don't even know if I want them with you, to be honest, mate, because all this shit that you're saying in the chat is making me feel sick.
Ban someone time him out.
Have we ever scored goals as easy as the ones that we are conceding since the Brentford game? I don't see any
Frank
team.
Lampard first season.
No, I'm saying no for us, as in us getting those easy goals from other teams in the league. I don't think any team.
Last 3 years. No. You're not getting my question. Not getting my thing.
I'm saying, have we ever gotten goals from other teams as easy as the ones that we're giving away? I don't think so.
Yes, Sheffield United 3-0 away.
No. Did we scored 3 goals and there was 3 easy Sheffield United errors?
And another thing, if I hear Thomas Tuchel blaming the pitch, I'm gonna lose my shit, man.
Oh my god! Why was he blaming the pitch? I don't get it.
He was talking about our ground. I don't think he was talking about the pitch. As in, I think he was talking about how we're not comfortable playing at home.
That's bullshit.
But why is that though?
That's a bullshit excuse.
Yeah, that's rubbish. You should have more. Be more comfortable at your home pitch. I don't know what he was trying to get with that.
I'm not having that. I wouldn't. For him to come out and say
he just can't break down teams. He's probably
just say you break shit. Just say you played rubbish. I made wrong selections. And my players let me down.
But he's normally honest like that, so I was confused why he was saying
like
that.
there is no landing, man.
You should learn that you never drop your best centre back in a derby, and them man there. You don't drop your big boys for a derby, man, and that's Tuchel's fault. Do you know what I mean?
No, but Andrew said it to you, didn't he? We didn't treat you as a big derby.
Against
No, it's like West Ham's probably a bigger derby.
We didn't treat it like a derby. We treated it like your Brentford.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we just did.
Yeah.
We treated it like an FA Cup third round type. That's what he treated it. He done the same last season against you lot. He done the same last season. Remember, he rotated last season against Arsenal. He doesn't respect you. He doesn't respect you. He doesn't, and that's on foot. You're going to have to hold that. I would have played a stronger team because I want to win the game, get third, done, and then rotate later before the FA Cup final. Now we have to beat West Ham. We have to win against West Ham. That's a must-win game against West Ham. It's a must-win game.
Because at home, isn't it?
We got the Thursday game against Man United and whatever that is, and then we got this. It's going to be an emotional game away to Everton with Lampard.
Right, we lost to the under-23s. That's going to be scary.
Bullshit, because we got a rubbish record at Goodison Park anyway. But we needed to win. It's like the Brent. We need to win that game and this game because then we can rotate against Man United and Everton.
Look,
we can rotate. It's just it's so frustrating.
Like with Tuchel, it goes on a good run and then all of a sudden, not even a slap in the face, it's like a punch. Like we get raped. You know what I'm saying? Like it was unrecognizable. We're going in a good run, and then we're unrecognizable. Then we go in a good run, and then we're going unrecognizable.
There's no middle ground.
You know what I'm saying? It's no middle ground.
There's no middle.
It's like
it's not like 2 wins, a draw, 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 wins. It's either
is that what James said? For this system to work, everyone has to be on point.
Rubbish.
This system can't carry passengers. Everyone has to be on point.
I gotta go, guys. I'll see you later.
I keep saying to everyone, we'll go to Klaswith in a second, but I keep saying to everyone, look, the biggest issue for me, and when I look at the Brentford and this game, is that the depth that we have, the players that we assumed was good quality squad depth that were coming in to replace the players that we have missed, i.e. Ben Chilwell, sometimes Reece James, sometimes some of the midfielders are out, defend, whatever, right? The players that we have to come in and try and at least perform anywhere near that level are not able to do it. And that just tells me that they're just not good enough. And they're very limited in the way that they can play the game, which means that you have to play to their strengths to get the best out of them. Now, playing in this 3-4-3 is not their best strengths. And that's my point. Like, we have too many players that we are carrying, too many players that shouldn't be wearing this Chelsea shirt, and too many areas that we need to fulfill and sort out without even having a new owner. Once we get the new owner in, we need to start looking to start fixing these areas. And this is not going to happen in one season. This is going to take 2 to 3 seasons for us to actually get it where we need to. But is Thomas Tuchel going to be given the time to do that with whoever comes in? This is the thing, but we really need to get rid of the deadwood. I think that's more important right now. Get rid of them and then look to bring in some of the academy, like Conor Gallagher's, if you want to bring in some others, whatever, fine. And obviously strengthen the midfield and whatever else, dependent on who leaves the football club in the summer, which is what we need to do. But there's so much we need to sort out. I don't think people realise that 200 million that we spent, plus Lukaku, we're going to throw that in there as well, another 100 million, have not worked out. And this is why we're being found out, because it's not good enough. Lewis.
Hey, Jim, I actually... Okay.
Football sucks, but we move.
How you doing, bro? How you doing, listener, bro?
You fucking think I'm doing, bro? I'm great. I've had a great day. Great day.
Rusty slapped your face yesterday, man.
How did your boy AC get manhandled by Eddie, man?
Mendy should have come out quicker, man. Mendy should have come out quicker, man. But it is what it is.
Matt, do you agree? That Mendy should have come out quicker?
Rams.
Can you actually sit here live on here and actually criticise Christensen for once and say, yeah, he had a bad game? Are you going to do that or not?
Yeah, I can't lie. It was fucking arse that whole first half, but we move. Everyone's shit. Everyone's fucking shit. Other than Timo Werner, which, to be fair, he's been brilliant the last 3 or 4 games. Yeah, everyone was arse. 11 pack of arse, but we move. No one's gonna speak about like the midfield or defense. Like, we could go on any single topic, but like it was a it was a calamity from first minute to last. Arsenal should have won. Should have won by more, in all honesty. And it's mad that the only thing that broke a distance between the two of us was a penalty that shouldn't have been given, but nobody cares because we shouldn't have won in the first place.
I'm happy that was given. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, because you're a Liverpool fan. Of course you are.
Nah, not because of that. It's because Aspilicueta does that all the time and gets away.
What has his hand? What has other players holding his hand and
you know the dark arts in it, and then Karma comes back and bites
you
him.
talk about your boy, man.
Man, we just spoke about him, bruv. I said he was shit.
He sold us out.
Yeah, bro. But
and who else sold us out? Sarr, Kante,
Lewis,
Alonso.
But Lewis,
no one
like
Lukaku
had the bad game and all that, but he can't be manhandled by Eddie, bro. The worst striker I've ever seen.
A Chelsea reject as well,
bruv.
Chelsea reject.
I hear all of that, but he duppied the whole back three. Acted like he just duppied one guy.
Eddie hasn't scored a Premier League goal in his life. Had he put a 2-piece against you? I'm sorry, no.
But you've got a fucking snake at the back who's gone to Barcelona and he's played like shit. That's why.
Because he was the only shit. Because he was the only shit defender.
No, Lewis,
Malang Sarr played like Nesta, didn't he?
Lewis, his head's gone, bro. Christensen's head's gone. He's gone.
Yeah, his head is gone. I completely agree with you on that.
So why is he playing for Chelsea then?
Why
because he had a good game against Palace in the semi-final.
Oh my god!
What, did he have a bad game against Palace?
He lost his second game against semi-final. Doesn't mean he's fucking good.
No, Gallagher.
That wasn't my question. Did he have a bad game against Palace? Yes or no?
Oh my.
Who did he play
Palace
against?
is not a good.
You know what? I don't remember. I wasn't even watching him.
Yeah, I bet you don't remember.
Let's say he had a good game.
Against Gallagher or
you can't deflect the point that he gave him a goal.
He's like Ram, bro. Don't you think Eddie Nketiah did dud yesterday, man?
No, I'm sorry. No, I know he's your boy, but he's shit. I'm sorry, he's shit.
But that was dud. Yeah, I agree.
He walks into your defense, but it's cool.
Yeah, man. Who? AC.
Yeah. Walks into both of your defenses.
I mean, Rob Holding's better than him, bro.
Don't walk into. Christensen would be Arsenal captain.
He does.
Rob Holding's better than
He's better than Matip. He's better than Kanate.
No, he's not.
Oh, stop it, Lewis.
He's
better than Ben White.
Even you can't say that.
He is.
I know you're smiling when you're saying that as well.
I'm not smiling. I'd put my camera on, but I'm shirtless.
Has Christensen ever scored 3 goals in consecutive games?
Oh wow, we're judging defenders based off goals. All right, cool.
Oh, because no.
That's the one metric we use to discuss defenders. How many goals did they score?
I mean, Konate is levels above him.
Wait a sec, is Klasref here? Klasref, are you here?
He's meant to have passed, you know.
Klasref?
Bye.
Lewis, bro, did you enjoy the derby day, man? What were your thoughts on our fans like putting the flares and all that? And
the fans are shit.
We outsung you, rude boy.
Yeah, is there a trophy for that? Is there a trophy for that?
Away fans always outsing the home fans. It happens everywhere.
You lot just need to play Chelsea because we seem to like giving you goals and make you look good. And next week you're going to lose to Man United and probably West Ham, and then you'll be back to
Jem. There is a thing, yeah. I don't know what, but Arsenal players they end up. I don't know why they end up playing like they're good against Chelsea. I really don't know why.
Ram. To be honest, yeah. Be honest.
It's a derby,
Did Arsenal really play that well? No.
I'll tell you, Rodrigo. Yeah. I'll give an example. I swear to God, Xhaka, I think he's a dead baller. He's dead.
Yeah.
But for some reason against Chelsea, he turns into a B-Tech Xabi Alonso. I swear to God. He just turns into a B-Tech Xabi Alonso. I don't know how.
Lukaku and Alonso for that.
Yeah.
He nutmegged Alonso.
The defense couldn't play out at the back, and the midfield just got bummed in transition for 90 minutes.
We were so fucking slow; it was ridiculous. I
think I remember Alan Shearer saying that in his punditry as well.
I think.
Look at the last 3 games, man. Brentford, what happened? We got done on transition. Real Madrid at home, what happened? We got done on transition. Arsenal, what happened? We got done on transition.
Who wasn't starting in that game? Who wasn't starting? Who wasn't starting in the game?
Jorginho.
He wasn't in that game.
Apparently, he's the reason why we're shit in transition, even though he's played one of those 3 games. But it is what it is.
Exactly. Because you guys,
again, like, only
Jorginho's
people's
blue.
relevant agendas will come out when
look, I
in
still
the
think
base of
Tuchel
certain
did it wrong.
results, but we won't talk about the ones that get proven wrong. But it's cool.
Lewis, I do think Tuchel did get parts of it wrong, but I'm still holding these players accountable, man. Some of these
No,
players,
I hold the players way more accountable than Tuchel.
yeah,
way
same,
more
I'm saying,
accountable.
I do. Their players are awful, but even though he made the wrong decisions in certain areas, I still think it's on the players. For me, maybe he could have played.
It's not Tuchel's fault the fucking midfield just turned over possession, or the defense had no confidence in playing the ball out of the bat, or just Lukaku being Lukaku.
It's his fault.
No,
It's his fault. It's his fault that he played two people in a pivot that don't belong in a pivot.
I swear it's the pivot everyone wanted. Everyone wanted Jorginho.
Exactly, Lewis. Everyone
wanted Ruben Loftus-Cheek in the midfield because he balled out in
What
two meaningless games.
What other option do we have?
Jorginho. Why can't Jorginho come in?
Not to play two. Let's play three in midfield.
Jorginho Kante. Why can't they play?
Why can't we play three in midfield?
We are so quick to criticise Jorginho for any mistake, but no one will talk about how shite N'Golo Kante's been for the last year.
Trust me. That's all we have to do.
Play three in midfield instead of two. Play three.
Even when we speak on Kante, it's not with the same vim. It's not with the same vim at all.
Change it. Change the formation. You know what?
He's sick to death of overprotected players.
But can we play with a three, Andrew? Can we play with a three?
I don't think we say that when you protect Christensen. That makes no sense.
I just said AC was shit yesterday.
No, but Andrew,
we've tried it, but with the Jorginho Kante Kovacic, it never worked out.
We barely played a 4-3-3, Ramsey.
I wouldn't mind seeing it. I love playing it.
At least have you tried it? That's the question.
We did. We tried it against City. We tried it against City and Tottenham.
But Lewis, who started him though? That was your manager.
Consistent games we haven't.
It's not his fault. It's the player's job to apply what the manager asks of them, and they can't do it.
I don't think you have a player that will suit the 4-3-3.
But
Silva needed rest.
Hey,
that's not my problem.
You guys are Brentford.
Silva, Christensen, and Aspie or James should have been our back three yesterday.
Silva deserved the rest. I feel like we should never have had to rely on Silva to beat Arsenal.
He had
we
the rest
should never
against
have.
Palace.
I don't care. We didn't need to bring Silva on for this game.
No,
it's an embarrassment that we got put in that position. We should not have had.
It's an embarrassment that we decided to put Christensen in the middle that ended up fucking us. That's what we should have done. We should have played.
No, it's AC. It's AC's fault that he played like shit yesterday. He should have performed a lot better.
He can't play without having anyone better next to him. He can't be a leader. He's not
yeah,
a leader.
he literally has played in the middle as a leader, but it's cool.
No one
AC should have been able to handle Arsenal. It's on him that he couldn't, but it's not Tuchel's fault for the lineup. It's not Tuchel's fault. Silva should not have had to come on, and I'll stand by that. He should never have had to.
Sorry, Tuchel takes part of the blame yesterday. Stop doing this. Stop doing this. Tuchel's not to blame for things. He is to blame for things yesterday. His selections yesterday. His substitutions.
No, but I still blame the players. But I blame Tuchel for parts, but I still blame the players overall.
He's becoming a tinker man right now.
Exactly.
My only problem with the lineup was that midfield. Everything else should have been enough to get a result, and I'll stand by that. They all should have been enough.
Oh, you can't play Aspie and Alonso as wing backs, man. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
It's dead.
Whatsoever. Our wing backs are dead.
You can't play a back. This back three can't function without either a Rudiger or a Thiago Silva.
Yeah.
It just can't do it.
Why didn't you bring on Kai and
Zia,
bro, to change the game?
1 second, mate. I just want to talk to Matty quickly because he's not spoken. Matty, what you say, mate?
I have the receipts.
Go, Matty. Go.
I mean, let's put it this way, right? I mean, what I was. Do you know what? I've had over nearly 12 hours sleep to kind of get over this ridiculous result. You know, you got to remember, you know, what was the point in starting Lukaku? I mean, if we're honest, I mean, if we get a bucket of KFC for him in the summer, I think we'll do well to get that much.
Too much.
You know, I mean, honestly,
your Lukaku agenda.
Let Matt go.
Look, we can blame the defense, and we can, and let's face it, that as much as Lewis is going to crucify me, Christensen did not play well, and neither did Sarr.
Yeah, he was shit.
Nobody played well. Let's be honest. Even Timo, I've backed Timo, and even he has to take some responsibility. The manager has to take responsibility. Every person is behind that. But I was watching Lee Gunner yesterday, right, after the result. And do you know what, right? He actually put a different spin on it for me. You've got to remember that this squad, right, has been to 6 finals in the last year and a half. 6 finals, right? We've won 3 of them. So obviously it's not the manager's fault. It's just we've had a bad spell, right? And the point of elite sport, admittedly, and a league sport is to win the bloody thing. And I can understand that. But at the same time, you know, you're going to have games where you're just going to capitulate. And it was the same against it. It was the same today, right? I'll have to say I didn't come into this game with much confidence. I thought we were gonna get our asses handed to against Arsenal because they needed to bounce back, right? But this also served a different purpose for me. Tuchel, I reckon, put that lineup out because we also had somebody that was quite inspirational in the grounds yesterday, and it was reported on Simon Phillips, and that was Todd Bowley, right? If you look at how much he's looking to put into Chelsea and how much he's looking to spend, look at the squad, right? We've got an aging Kante on his ass, right? We've got Jorginho who's out of form. We've also got Lukaku who couldn't hit a barn door with a banana. We've got Pulisic that needs to go. We had Kepa that needs to go, right? We've got Christensen on out the door, right? We've got a lot of aging players as well, like Aspie that can't even do the job anymore. We've got a lot of dead wood in there. So we need to kind of look. He's actually got a brilliant bird's eye view of what we need to do and what we need to improve on. So what I can say about that is that as much as it was rivalry pride that we lost yesterday, we've probably gained a little bit. We've lost the 3 points, admittedly, right? And we should have closed the gap, right? And we should have stayed in the top 4 race. But in the grand scheme of things, we've also helped ourselves as well because Tuchel is Arteta in. So what are they going to do? They're not going to do anything in the next couple of weeks or in the next couple of months. So, you know,
let me just react to it. If Tuchel is doing that, then I don't want him at this club if he's doing that, because I don't want him doing that. He can have a conversation with Bowley who needs to go and who needs to stay. He doesn't need to demonstrate it on the pitch. That is the negligence of the job then. If he's doing that, trying to cost us points in the league, I don't want that. If that is the mind frame of him, then I don't want that at this club, because that sets a bad precedent that he will just do that whenever he wants to do that. He can speak to Todd Bowley or whoever the owner is, and he doesn't need to see a live game. He can just show him tapes or whatever how shit these players are and who he doesn't want. He doesn't need to show it on the pitch. I know you're coming up with that theory, but if he did do that, then he needs to be questioned severely about that, because I don't want a manager doing that at this club, costing us games and points that we need. That is just wrong.
Yeah, but we need squad rotation now, and if you've seen the quality that's there,
squad rotation is fine. It's just how much squad rotation. That
but
was
guys,
the thing. Yesterday.
Don't forget the quality of the team that you faced yesterday. Eddie Nketiah has been a sub or a bench player all year. El Neni has barely played all year. Rob Holding has not played all year.
Look, we made Emil Smith Rowe look like Ronaldinho yesterday. So, you know, I mean, come on.
Seriously, the way I saw him cut through that defense was borderline insulting.
At least, hey, girl, it's great to see some colour in your face. Yesterday, you were like pale, you were sad. I was really worried about you. You weren't eating or drinking. You already defeated. You already you wanted the season to end, and now there's some colour in your face. You look great.
You want to know something, bro? You want to know something? I was gonna come on. Why are you hiding, bro? I was gonna come on humble.
No, Gal, don't come in humble, bruv. You beat them 3 home. You had a 4-piece at your crib, bro. Come on.
You girls look like
let Gal talk. Let Gal talk. I want to hear what you're saying.
I was gonna come in humble, but then you have to slander Emil Smith Rowe, who realistically, if he was in this Chelsea team, he'd be your second leading goal scorer.
Oh, don't do this.
So
come on.
Let's not go too far now.
Come on,
It's a very, very low bar when we're talking about goal scoring.
Based on statistics, you really have no legs to stand on. You paid £100 million on Lukaku, and he hasn't been even doing anything. Eddie Nketiah nearly halved his goal tally for the season in one game against you guys. But yeah, regardless, you guys, your lineup was disrespectful, and I felt like from the jump, you guys didn't even show that you guys cared enough for this game. Thomas Tuchel basically had an out. based on the fact that you rotated so heavily. If you did lose, he could just say, you know what, we rotated heavily and we had a bunch of games on the bounce, and these things happen. And you know what, Chelsea Football Club, you guys are still going to probably finish third. You're still going to finish the season off well, but the concern that you guys should have is this is now what out of the last 4 London derbies that we've had, 3 of them you guys have not looked up to scratch.
We haven't beaten you since 2018 at home.
Yeah, and that's
what?
We haven't beaten them at home since
Sorry.
2018.
That's true. 2018, you haven't beaten them.
On top of that, Lewis Christensen penitentiary got slapped yesterday. Got
penetrated.
Oh, did it? I didn't know that.
Lewis,
I didn't know
answering me, bruv.
Fans
all the prisoners are running wild.
Fans are asking for you to answer for your crime. Asking for you to answer for your crime. Also, yesterday we retired Aspilicueta. My man was moving like a my man was done.
Retired him. That's how he moves every game. We see it every game.
He's done out here. Marcus Alonso, I see why you guys complain about him 24/7. He was getting demolished by Saka on the left. When it comes to your midfield, I'm not even gonna lie. I love N'Golo Kante, one of my favorite players on your team by far. But he's done out here, man. Like he looks leggy. He looks finished. He looks a shell of himself. I feel like you guys overgassed Mendy. This whole Chelsea system, playing at a back 3, having world-class defenders in front of him, definitely helps Mendy. Yesterday, when you changed up the whole team, he did not look confident at all. At all, and we already know playing out the back, he's not confident. But he couldn't even.
Do you look confident in that back 3?
You know what, bro? I'm not a defender. No,
I'm just saying. Yeah, look at that left side of Belangstad and Alonso and Werner. The deadest left side I've ever seen in my life.
You guys as fans wanted this game more than your players did. They did not show effort. Right. They did not show effort. They did not show effort.
Don't you have to give them credit for coming back in the game to an extent, innit?
Bro, no, they don't even deserve credit. They don't even deserve credit. You want to know why? You had numerous times where you're in our half before we even scored. And you kept passing it back. You kept passing it back.
We always do that, Egal.
This is the most stupidest thing I've ever seen. You guys know Mande's pass that he made to Salah the other day. Chelsea had a similar situation where you could play through many attackers and you had options. But every single time you
turn it back.
Turn it back. And it's like
Egal, they don't have the facilities for that, big man.
No, you know what it is?
Ram, shut up, man.
You guys spend all this money on attackers. And you spend all this money on players, and when you guys do well, you get gassed. Right. Every team does. But realistically, you don't have any fluidity in your front 3. Thomas Tuchel is working miracles, getting you guys to win all these games. But when it comes to it, Pulisic has been underperforming, Lukaku has been underperforming, Timo's been underperforming, Ziyech has been underperforming, and you've been depending on Mason Mount and Kai Havertz to pull out miracles every single game, and they can't do it every single game.
Am I audible?
What? Yeah. But yo,
listen. The fluid guy is Mason Mount and Werner. It's not Havertz. It's not Havertz, Eagle. It's Werner and Mason Mount. The last 11 goals and assists have came from Mason Mount and Timo Werner.
Yeah,
Mason Mount.
Spitting. I don't even care. He's spitting.
Yo, Kalazarab, I like Kalazarab.
I'll be real, like. When we talk about overprotected,
they're perfect for each other. They're perfect for each other.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna be here. I'm not gonna be here. I'm not gonna be here slandering Havertz because we've got a problem in our defense. We need 4 defenders, new defenders, because Marina has been a cancer to us. And listen, we need this guy Nico Schlotterbeck right now. Listen, Marina, you need to go to Germany. Get this guy right now. If you listen, if Marina needs to survive my wrath, my hate, she needs to go on a plane right now. Sign Nico Schlotterbeck right now from Freiburg.
You haven't even seen him play properly.
Nah, she's right.
Sign Schlotterbeck right now.
You haven't even seen him play, man.
I don't want Spurs. I don't want Bayern Munich. I don't want Dortmund to sign him. I need Nico Schlotterbeck.
I don't want to hear about now. You're talking about other players, and I'm
gonna head off, guys.
Egal, before you leave, though,
I can't lie. He was spitting with our attackers.
Yeah, I know, but one second. Let me just say, and we'll go back.
Yeah, but everyone said that.
In terms
There's
of
only Mount and Werner. The rest all stink right now.
1 second, guys. 1 second. In terms of the game yesterday, I do feel that we kind of gifted you the win. I do still think that. Yeah. 2 of them goals were easily gifted to you guys. However, I think in the second half, I think defensively how you set up was the right way to set up. But at the same time, again, I still feel that we wasn't moving the ball quick enough to have broken you down. So irrelevant to us winning that game or even being behind, I don't think we were going to do much with that squad that we had out because the energy levels weren't there and it was just too much. It was a massive imbalance is what I'm trying to get at compared to the way yous were set up. And the one thing I'd say about Arsenal for what I've seen this season is that the way yous play is you're very quick up front and you play counter football, and that's your biggest strength. And the fact that we couldn't nullify that area before starting the game, Saka, ESR, Odegaard, all right, forgetting Nketiah, but he's still got a bit of pace in him. He's not a greatest finisher, but we should have been more prepared. Is what I'm trying to get at. And the fact that we wasn't prepared, along with the individual errors that led to the goals that you ended up still putting away, is the reason why you won this game. To be honest, for me personally, and other than that, it doesn't mean that you guys are 10 times better than us. I'm sure you probably agree with that as well. I just feel that you guys have the one over us at the moment, and you have become a bit of a bogey team. That is the truth. So.
We've got to give them their props.
Do you feel like I just feel like Chelsea whenever we face Chelsea, the way you guys set up, the way you guys set up suits us, and obviously you just don't offer enough attacking threat against us. Because if we have to score we don't have to score a lot of goals, and we haven't scored a lot of goals. We scored 4 goals against you guys away from home. I don't think the only team we've scored more goals away from home this season are Watford and Leeds.
That's embarrassing, isn't it? Look at the names. That's embarrassing. I'm sorry. That is not good enough.
So, yeah. Anyways, you guys have your own therapy to worry about.
Yeah, no, I'm going to finish off.
None of you guys really give me stick, so I'm just gonna say, Declan,
what can I stick you about?
Bro. Be humble.
Hey, I'm not giving you stick yet, Egal, but I will do one day. I'll come back on the terrace. I'm calling for you, bruv.
As long as you don't say that ESR is better than all of our forwards, then we're all right. We move.
No. Realistically, you want to know something? Bukayo Saka and ESR this season have been outstanding. They both got double-digit goals. Let's be honest.
I think Saka's been
give credit where credit's due. That's all I got.
I think ESR's fell off the last couple of games, but I think Saka's been more influential throughout the season. If you look at
ESR started off well in the beginning of the season. He's only had 3 goals in the last 7 games.
That's what a young player's supposed to do.
Yeah,
they rise and then they fall and rise again.
It's normal.
That's what they do.
But did Mason Mount deserve to get a red card yesterday?
Yes.
I thought he did.
Yes, he did.
I don't feel like I don't
he
think
did.
so.
I'm sorry.
It was a high boot. I'm sorry.
It was a high boot, man. Fabinho deserved it against Man City, and Mason Mount deserved it.
I think it was bad.
It's true, man.
No, I'm sorry.
It's Arsenal.
It was as deserved as Arsenal's score penalty.
That's a red, man.
Put your
That's a
bias
red.
aside. Put your bias aside. If that challenge was on Mason Mount, you'd all be calling for a red card.
Yeah, but my argument to that is when he lifted the way he went into that tackle, you had to raise your boots sometimes. Unfortunately,
Yeah, but if you get contact with the player, then you get that's a red.
Okay, all right. Sorry, one more thing. What about Thomas Tuchel blaming the pitch? What the hell is going on here?
That's wrong. He should have done that.
To be fair, you never know. He might have a point, the pitch might have been a little bit too small. It could have been a bit. You know what? The pitch might be the reason why AC's pass didn't make it back to Mendy. Let's have a conversation. We're here debating. Let's just debate. Do you think that the pitch might have something to do with AC's pass?
No, because it would have affected Arsenal
1 second.
as well.
If I said this as an Arsenal fan after a loss, how would you treat it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard you moan about grass being green sometimes.
You guys laughed about Real Madrid beating you guys because it was raining.
Exactly. We saw how we
That's what I
treated
mean. We laughed. So you need to laugh at our manager.
We're literally all laughing at Lewis now.
We need to laugh at that for what our manager said because it was a bunch of shit at what he said yesterday.
Well, let's put it this way: when Pep said it, everybody gave him stick. So we've got to do the same.
Actually, I'm surprised. Tuchel hasn't
it's
gone
just
the
excuses.
stick. You shouldn't be saying those excuses. That makes it worse.
I don't know. We need to have a look at the grounds, man. I think they might have a fault to do with
we need to look at how some of these players can't pass the ball back. Like basic football. Do you know? What I mean?
But the pitch can impact those sorts of things, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Why are you laughing?
Why are you laughing at me?
Why are you laughing?
Yo,
The pitch is the same for both sides, though.
You guys better worry that
Yes,
you guys
class
will see a
rep.
similar
Yes.
performance.
Class shut up, man. Trying to make a point.
When Class was woken up,
If you see a similar performance versus West Ham, you guys,
No, we have to win against West Ham. We've got no choice there. We've got to play better.
Well, Jem, you don't have to win at West
We
Ham.
have to.
Okay.
We have to.
We have to.
I mean,
already got
actually,
top
sorry,
four.
we don't play well under pressure. We shouldn't win. We should.
You don't have to win against West Ham.
Igal, you're my favorite YouTuber. Can I ask you something? Are you still Arteta in or Arteta out?
You know what it is for me, bro? Arteta, I want to evaluate him at the end of the season. I feel like it's not fair evaluating him after every loss or every win. Is that not fair, Kalazarov?
He's not a Barcelona fan. He's an Arsenal fan. Fuck him.
It's been 2 years. It's been 2 years to evaluate him.
I understand, but bro, understand that Arsenal does not have the backroom staff to constantly have a carousel of managers and still have things running well. We don't know who is going to even be hiring the next manager or who is actually running the club from the ground up. So the fact that Arteta's here and he's doing a somewhat decent job, in my opinion, I'm gonna wait until the end of the season to evaluate his position. I'm not going to be saying after every loss, oh, we should sack him, and after every win, we should give him a new contract. But personally, I feel like if he finishes 5th, that was the expectations at the beginning of the season. Because he was never
good enough 3 years ago. That's my thing.
No. But he has the youngest squad in the league. He has been backed by the board. And if he even gets us to a level where we now are competing for top 4, we have to give him some respect. And I think he deserves at least one more summer to build his squad, get his players in, and get more out of this team. Because what he is doing in the short time period, he's changing and overhauling the whole entire rut that we had. And to be competing in these games against bigger teams, and to be blowing out teams lower down, this is just gradual steps to improvement. I don't think if sacking Arteta, we are in a better situation come the next year.
Nah, I can't lie. If Arteta don't get you no top 4 with no Champions League football and no cup competition since January, and you still keep him for another summer, then you could genuinely relegate you guys, and you'd still keep him in the job.
No, bro. My stance is clear.
Top 4 was dead and done like 3-4 weeks ago.
My stance is clear. If we finish 7th, then he's got to go.
But what about 6th or 5th?
But if we finish 6th or 5th, you have to understand that was the.
So your expectation was Europa League football,
basically, because they did not expect the youngest team in the league. They did not expect the youngest team.
You didn't expect it with no Champions League football.
You did. You said
we did not expect Manchester United to fall off. We did not expect Chelsea to fall off.
Really?
We expected Liverpool to fall off, though.
No, I didn't.
You genuinely had the expectation of Arsenal to finish 5th and 6th place this season.
Listen, at the beginning of the season, if you ask me predictions, people were saying...
Lewis, to be fair, Igal did say at the start of the season they'll finish around about 5th or 6th. So,
to be fair, I did
you know what? If you're being consistent about it, fair enough. I feel like you lot should have been shoo-ins for top 4.
Listen, guys, I'm just saying, after every loss and every win, asking about the manager is a redundant point. Let's be honest, right?
But Igal,
you don't have Chelsea fans now calling for Thomas Tuchel after this loss.
Yeah, but they're fools. They are.
But he's got credit in the bank. Igal, he's got credit in the bank with that.
Okay, let me give you another example. You don't have Barcelona fans calling for Xavi's head after they got knocked out of the Europa League, do you?
And he got a win.
Look at the state he had to pick up, and this is his first season as well.
No, but has he got a less winning? Is his winning streak less than Ronald Koeman's? I think it was. I was reading the other day. Like
he has a higher winning percentage than.
I don't think
Ronald
he has.
Koeman.
Because
Ronald Koeman was when he left.
Long story short, Kalazarov, if you want the manager sacked, you're going to want the manager sacked regardless if we get top 4.
But Igal,
and I personally am not somebody who wants the manager sacked because I question parts of the club decision making and their work and what they can do behind the scenes. And I know they hired Arteta and I know they're going to be trying to recruit players, but I feel like he's the only person who is actually identifying the right players, identifying the actual issues and problems,
getting rid of
making bold moves like getting rid of Aubameyang, getting him completely out of the squad. And I'm not trying to come from a level of like, you know what, I'm in my own Arsenal bubble. There's people in my own Arsenal fan base who want him out. But their logic is they just don't feel like he's good enough to ever get us anywhere. And I don't think he's going to win us a league title or a Champions League or anything like that. But he's going to be the guy who bridges the gap until we get the next manager. And right now, we're not to the level where we need to replace him yet.
I think he's a youth developer. He's not a manager.
Like
he develops the youth.
Yeah,
he can't manage the top team.
One second, Kladraff. Matty was saying something.
Igal, just one question, right? We had this big, because Lee said it on his channel, and several Arsenal fans I've seen on social media have said the exact same thing. I know, but it's still a relevant point, right? Do you think that Arteta, since he's come in, has changed the culture? Because that's what we're seeing from all this. Do you think he's do you think he's changed the way Arsenal have played? Has he changed the tactics? Has he changed anything else? Is he doing anything of any significance?
He's clearly changed the effort levels on the pitch. You guys see it, right? You've seen that another thing that he's changed, the fact that we defend we defend so much more like resolutely, in the sense that we do not drop our heads, we do not give up. We also have an attitude where we continue to fight through games. Where Arsenal of old, we concede after scoring, and then we concede again. Eventually you're going to be demoralized. Of past, the teams would be demoralized, and you see them drop their heads and give up in games. We don't give up in games. We continue to fight. The effort levels are there. All these players are fighting for this manager. And when it comes to play style, we clearly have more possession. We clearly have more control over games throughout 90 minutes. Obviously not against every team, but we have more control of games in comparison to years prior. And from when he came in 2 years ago, when you look at Unai Emery was conceding around 57 to 60 goals every season, and now we're a lot better than that. So I'm just saying, overall, there has been a lot of positives, but the negatives do outweigh the positives because we have not yet reached the pinnacle of where we want to get back to.
So do you think selling Aubameyang as well was a bad idea?
Listen, we're always going to talk about selling Aubameyang, but the problem was we didn't replace him.
Yeah,
that's true. That's correct.
That's your board's fault as well. That's your board's fault.
So then why are we blaming the manager?
I'm not blaming the manager. I'm saying that, you see people that say, oh, he's changed the culture and he's changed this. But you guys were saying 2 seasons ago that since you won the FA Cup and when you won the Community Shield, it'll be top 4. Well, you're still not near top 4 yet. You've just about dropped off to Spurs. And let's face it, let's be real. If Manchester United were on their game and they had Ten Hag in, Spurs, in my opinion, wouldn't be in this position.
If we get top 4 this summer, it's going to be crucial to our recruitment.
Oh yeah, of course it will.
Because we are going to try to get a top striker, and if we don't get top 4, we're going to have to shop for lesser named players. But if we get top 4, we can probably get a Darwin Núñez. We could probably get somebody in the midfield of note. Where let's be honest, it will be to Arsenal's detriment if we do not get top 4, and at that point, the manager is not going to be held accountable for not getting top 4 because his outlet and his role was to get us back into Europe. That was his single and most important role for this season. And don't forget, guys, our average age in this team this whole season has been 24. We have the 25 youngest lineups put out in the Premier League this season have been put out by Arsenal. 25 lineups.
For me, Igal, like I've said this on the terrace quite numerous times, but I think this is your best opportunity of getting top 4 in a very, very long time, and I think in the future as well. Because if you get Europa League football, not only is it like you're not going to attract the players that you compare to in terms of Champions League football, but also you're going to be playing 3 games a week. And we already saw how Arteta's not a massive fan of playing 3 games a week, even this season. So for me, I think it's make or break this season. I think you guys need to get top 4. It's a necessity. I know it's not the prediction, but this is your best opportunity. If you don't get it, then it's gonna take another 2 or 3 or 4 seasons for you to get back into the top 4, in my opinion. And That's all I've got to say on that. I don't know if you agree with that, but yeah.
Guys, I've got to shoot because I've got to head out. I've got to head out. It's been 2.5 hours, so big long show today. Big up to everyone, including the gal, everyone that's been in. Lewis is going live at 3 o'clock. Go over there and continue the drama. I'm assuming he's going to be going through all of that.
I anticipate chaos, and yeah.
Wait, Jam, quick question, yeah.
Yes.
Also, Babs will be there, so
2 questions, yeah. One, when is Gunnar King gonna come on? Because he's asking when he can come on to the stream to talk to you about this result.
I've sent him links. He doesn't turn up.
And secondly, how big is the gap between you lot and the top 2?
For me,
5 points, I think.
Quite big. Yeah. When we if we don't have the injuries that we have had of certain personnel, then I think
14 points.
I think it's closer than what you think. If we do have the injuries like we are now, then miles away. For me personally, I don't think we have the depth to get anywhere near a Man City and Liverpool. Not just that, just the way that they're set up, the way they play, the way the players all understand their roles. Our players don't look like they understand their roles sometimes or what they're doing. That's generally a problem.
Unless you win it, 2nd and 3rd and 4th are the same, so it doesn't matter about. So it's all good.
Yeah, exactly. We need to catch
first. Not worry about the top 2. Whoever finishes first.
We need to narrow the gap between Man City and Liverpool. They're the ones that have set the tone right now, and trust me, they are the 2 top teams in England by far.
And we're looking to strengthen again in the summer. Like City are going to get Haaland. Liverpool are looking for a midfielder, and we obviously signed Fabio Carvalho.
Haaland to Man City is going to be an absolute nightmare. I'm telling you now. That's going to absolutely, for me, annihilate so many teams. Even you guys. I think Liverpool, that really will cause me. But you guys will go again. It's just whether you can renew Salah's contract and whatever else.
If we get a Bellingham. Then
but Chelsea is about who's our new owner and what type of player profile do we bring in for, and do we back Thomas Tuchel? That is it. And so many questions.
Bellingham won't turn the tide if City get Haaland.
Trust me. We need a proper box to box midfielder. No, we don't have one.
They just need a striker. They'll be clear of you already.
Nah, man.
Come on.
We just need a box to box midfielder.
Big up, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Go and check out Lewis. Still over 180 of you. Go and check out Lewis on his channel why he defends crusty Christensen agenda. If you want to tune into that, then go over there.
Pull the stick out.
Did you say?
Pull the stick out.
You ate Pulisic, didn't you? Absolutely ate Pulisic. Lukaku out. What else? Alonso out.
The whole attack out.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's not their bad.
Except Mount.
Werner out.
No.
Resign AC. Danish Maldini.